Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a story about what if Konoha 12 watches Naruto vs Pain. Before I start, please support for more amazing content and do consider subscribing to my channel and share this video with your friends. This is written by Aakareo Kokokuhikari and link in description and support writer. Let's start the video. Pearson. Vault 201, Underground. We are contacting you from future. I'm Buruto Uzumaki. The only one who can change the future is you. Don't let the shinobi world to perish. Vault 201, Underground, Passage 300. Go alone, we have transported something from the future. Pearson opened his eyes as he awoke from the strange dream again. For the past year every time he slept he would hear the same dream again and again. Someone called Buruto Uzumaki from the afterlife trying to say something. He couldn't take it anymore and he decided that he will visit Passage 300 alone. It probably was just a dream, but he was known for his wisdom. He had seen many things, and that is why he was being paranoid about this. It wasn't a genjutsu, so what was it? Are you kidding me? Asked Saratobi as he found a medium-sized blue spinning cube in the vault mentioned. Before he approached, he saw a barrier protecting the cube. Just as he touched the barrier, he was repelled by a huge force. Pearson knew what barrier it was, he bit his thumb and smeared his blood on the blue flaming cylindrical barrier, and the flames quickly dissipated. He saw a small paper floating towards him, he caught it. Naruto Shippuden, said Hiruzen in confusion. 1 year has passed, he has seen the future. From the land of Wave Arc to Naruto vs Sasuke Part I. What happened after that is still unwatched. He wasn't sure. It couldn't possibly be true, could it? But so far it has been as Mizuki has spilled the beans to Naruto. Team 7 has reported back from their mission, C turned air rank. Tenzo, said Hiruzen. In a swirl of leaf, Tenzo appeared in front of the old cage. Yes, Hokage-sama, said Tenzo. Summon all the clan heads, the Konoha 12 right now, said Hiruzen. Tenzo bowed and disappeared. All the Anbu are excused for now, said Hiruzen. Of course the Baka would be late, said Sakura. All the clan heads along with the Genins and Tenzo were waiting for the knucklehead blonde ninja. Hey Gigi, I'm not that late, am I? Asked Naruto as he entered the room. No, you were just in time, said Kakashi, still reading his Icha tactics. But why are we summoned, Hokage-sama? Asked Shikaku Nara. Pearson sighed. He then weaved hand seals to create a silencing barrier. He then closed the curtains. What I will be revealing here will not leave the room, got it? This is an SS rank secret, said Hiruzen. Instantly the room's temperature dropped. And Naruto-kun, you will not speak or interrupt me while I'm talking, said Hiruzen. Nobody talked. All of them were speechless by the turn of events. Naruto was fidgeting, Niji too scowled. Yes, any questions? Asked Hiruzen. Naruto raised his hands before others could. So the one who sent the cube is Buruto Uzumaki? Asked Naruto. Yes, said Hiruzen. He has the same surname as me, from the future, said Naruto. Yes, said Hiruzen. I'm the protagonist, right? Asked Naruto. Yes, said Hiruzen. Do I become Hokage? Asked Naruto. Probably, if you are the protagonist, said Hiruzen. Hell yeah, I become Hokage. Take that, whoever said I don't have talent, shouted Naruto to his peers. Everyone was still shocked from the piece of news that hit them. Pipe down, Baka, said Sakura and punched him on the head. But he is a failure, protested Niji. He changes the last time I saw this, he becomes powerful enough, Niji-kun. I have summoned you here to show you the future, said Hiruzen. But how do we know that everything the cube shows us is true, said Inoichi. Some of the information the cube has shown us has already been proven correct, for example I knew about the wave mission you Team 7 took, said Hiruzen. You knew and yet you let us take an air rank mission, said Kakashi incredulously. I'm sorry Kakashi, but I had to check whether the information given was correct or not, said Hiruzen. But just because one of them was correct doesn't mean that everything is going to be right, Hokage-sama, said Tsume. But we have to believe in this, my fellow clan heads, because soon everything is going to change, said Hiruzen grimly. This is still bullshit if you ask me, sensei, said a man from the window. Jiraiya-sama, said all of the adults. Nobody except Kakashi, Kurenai, Asuma, Guy and Hiashi noticed him. I apologize for interrupting Hokage-sama, but what am I doing here? Asked Tenzo. You will too play a part in the future, Tenzo, said Hiruzen. So you received a cube which shows the future and you totally believed in it. You senile Jiji, said Jiraiya. Hey, who the hell are you to talk to old man like that, Databeo? Asked Naruto enraged. Jiraiya didn't even pay attention to the boy. I know how it sounds, but it is not just this mission. Jiraiya. Naruto's past is hinted, Naruto's childhood is shown, it contains everything that only Naruto-kun should know. Even I didn't know some things, said Hiruzen so slow that nobody except Jiraiya picked up. Jiraiya shared a look with Hiruzen for a split second. Then Odo is really. Yes. Who attacked the village during the Kyuubi attack? I can't say for sure, but I think it will be shown to us. Alright, let's see what this cube shows us, said Jiraiya. All of you, this is going to be a long day. Please take a sit, said Hiruzen. Everyone did as the god of shinobi said. Alright, since the future is based on Naruto-kun, what do you ask the cube to show you? Asked Hiruzen, and the cube slowly started glowing brightly, it slowly floated above everyone else and it separated in 4 pieces, one of them came towards Naruto. You place your hands on the plate and channel chakra to it, said Hiruzen. Paid to add, can the future truly be changed, asked Asuma. Neji scoffed. Fate can't be reversed, once a failure always a failure, said Neji. How can you say something so unyouthful, said Lee. We have to try anyway, said Hiruzen. Okay then, here we go, said Naruto and channeled chakra to it. All my cool future battles, thought Naruto. Suddenly, the piece glowed brighter and went back towards the other pieces, the hovering pieces joined back together, but this time forming a giant screen. Should we bring popcorn? Asked Kakashi. How can you say that in such an important moment? Asked Inoichi. But food is always the best, said Choza. After some time I will have Tenzo bring some food, said Hiruzen. It will be very long, wouldn't it? Asked Sakura. Yes, Sakura-chan, and this generation will play a very vital role, said Hiruzen, who had already seen the future. List of battles to be shown in auto mode. The screen showed. 1. Team 7 vs Orochimaru. What? Shouted nearly all of the adults. Who is Orochimaru? Asked Naruto, confused. Naruto, you idiot, did you ever pay any attention to class before, said Sakura. No, said Naruto sheepishly. Orochimaru is an S-rank missing min, formerly trained by the Sandaime along with Jiraiya-sama here, said Kakashi. This old man is trained by the old man, said Naruto. All of the present participants' sweat dropped, even Sasuke. Who is which old man? Thought Sasuke, sighing. But why will they fight Orochimaru? Asked Kurenai. From what I've seen, this is the second part of the Chunin exam, said Hiruzen. So that snake will have come infiltrated the village, snarled Tsume. Are you guys going to be fine? Asked Tenten in worry. Of course, they have Sasuke-kun with them, said Ino. Just how much big of a fangirl are you, thought all of them, even Sakura. The screen then changed. They were in middle of the forest of death. Team 7 walked as Naruto took the front. Suddenly they heard a scream. That was someone's scream, right? Asked Sakura. I'm starting to get nervous, said Sakura. Weak as always, forehead girl, mocked Ino. What did you say, Ino pig, said Sakura. Fangirls, thought Tenten in disgust. Shut up both of you, said Kakashi. All the adults were nervous, how could they not be, it was freaking Orochimaru we are talking about. It's nothing, Sakura-chan, said Naruto. All 3 of them stayed silent for some seconds. I need to pee, said Naruto as he suddenly started opening his pants to pee in a nearby tree. Sakura, in a sudden burst of speed, appeared behind Naruto and bonked him in the head. You idiot, what are you trying to do in front of a lady? Asked Sakura angrily. That was hilarious, said Kiba, laughing. Shut up, dog breath, shouted Naruto. Kakashi chuckled. How can you be this clueless, Naruto? Asked Shikamaru, amused. Dobe, said Sasuke. What was that? Asked Naruto angrily. Sakura in present also bonked him on the head. Sakura-chan, said Naruto. Go behind the grass, said Sakura as Naruto's head swelled up. The rest 2 members waited for Naruto to finish peeing. Naruto slowly came forth. I peed a lot, that felt good, said Naruto happily as he tucked his pants back up. Geez, Naruto, like I said, don't say such a thing in front of a lady, said Sakura, raising her hand. Suddenly Naruto was punched in his face by Sasuke. What was that for? Asked Naruto angrily. Dobe, just watch, said Sasuke. The boy is good, thought all of the shinobi present in the room. What? Asked Sakura in surprise as Naruto flew far away. Sasuke-kun, you didn't have to go that far. Said Sakura. Why did you do that? Asked Naruto. Where's the real Naruto? Asked Sasuke. What? Asked Sakura. I don't know what you are talking about, said Naruto, glaring at Sasuke. What happened to the wound the examiner made on your face? Asked Sasuke. Naruto looked shocked. Also, your shuriken holster is on your left leg, he's right-handed, said Sasuke. You're even worse at transforming than Naruto, you fake loser, said Sasuke. How unlucky, I guess I have no choice if you found me out, said the fake Naruto. How cool, Sasuke-kun, said Ino. This guy's not Orochimaru, thought the adults. As the smoke dissipated, a ninja wearing a mask charged at them. Which one of you has the scroll? I'll have to use force now, said the masked ninja. Sasuke jumped up and quickly weaved through hand seals. Higher style. Phoenix Age Flower Jutsu, said Sasuke, and fired several short fireballs ahead at the opponent. The ninja dodged them and jumped above. He quickly drew a kunai and clashed blades with Sasuke in air. Sparks flew as the ninja quickly jumped back and started running away. Sasuke quickly attempted to follow him, but he noticed a tied Naruto struggling to free himself. Hey Sasuke, said Naruto from his bindings. Sasuke quickly threw a kunai and cut the binding. Geez, you idiot, said Sasuke. I see a weak spot, lucky for me, said the ninja, and threw 3 kunai at Sasuke. Sasuke quickly used a branch he was standing on as a shield, but he noticed a tag attached to one of the kunai. An exploding tag, said Sasuke as the tag exploded. Sasuke landed on all fours. However, the ninja appeared behind Sasuke and held the blade at his neck. Lucky me, if you move, I will kill you. Hand over the scroll quickly, said the ninja, however was forced to jump when a kunai was launched at him. Naruto was standing on the branch and had rescued Sasuke. You're not getting away, said Naruto. You're always late, Naruto, said Sasuke. Sasuke quickly used chakra control to stick a kunai to his leg and launched it at the running ninja. The kunai was dodged by the ninja, but he was distracted for mere seconds. Sasuke used them and launched himself at the ninja in midair and tackled him. His Sharingan activated as he impaled the boy using a kunai. Sasuke-kun, said Sakura. Don't just stand there, Sakura, he may not be alone. Listen, if you let your guard down you are actually going to die, said Sasuke. Sasuke then kicked the boy off. This is unlucky, coming alone turned out to be unfavorable for me, said the ninja and ran away. He got away, thought Sasuke as he landed. Not bad, Sasuke, said Kakashi. He is around Chunin level, said Kurenai praising the boy. Gee, he is not that special, said Naruto. Sasuke smirked. If all 3 of us get separated, don't trust anyone even if he looks like one of us, there is a possibility that the enemy will transform into one of us and approach, said Sasuke. Naruto nodded. So what should we do? Asked Sakura. Let's decide on a password, said Sasuke. Password? Asked Naruto. If a different password is given, assume that he is an enemy no matter what he looks like, got it, said Sasuke. I'm only going to say this once, so listen carefully, said Sasuke. First, you will ask the shinobi song Ninki, said Sasuke. Completely unaware of a certain someone spying on them. All the adults tensed. Is he here, thought Jiraiya. The answer is the following: it is a good chance when a large no. Of enemies are making a scene, there are no hideouts even in a quiet place. It is important for a ninja to know the right time, the time when the enemy is tired and has his guard down, that's it, said Sasuke. Okay, said Sakura. Can you say it one more time, said Naruto. Said Sakura. I said that I'm only going to say it once, said Sasuke. Could you not remember it all, you're stupid. I realized it right away, said Sakura. I remembered it perfectly too, I just wanted to be sure by hearing it one more time, said Naruto. I'll keep the scroll, said Sasuke and stood up. Hey wait, Sasuke, said Naruto standing up too. Suddenly a great burst of wind was hurled at them. A new enemy, said Sasuke as all 3 of them were thrown away by the sudden gust of wind. He's here, said Jiraiya. All of the present members looked troubled. Seeing this, even the genin was getting scared. Sasuke quickly stood up as he sensed a presence coming towards his hiding place. He looked around to see Sakura. Sasuke-kun, said Sakura in relief. Sasuke quickly raised his kunai in front of him protectively. Stay back. Say the password first, a ninja song Ninki, said Sasuke. Okay, it is a good chance when a large no. Of enemies are making a scene. There are no hideouts even in a quiet place. It is important for a ninja to know the right time, the time when the enemy is tired and has his guard down, said Sakura. Okay, nodded Sasuke. Ouch, said a voice. Hey everyone, you alright, said Naruto as he came forward. Naruto, wait a minute, said Sakura. Say the password, said Sakura. I know, said Naruto grinning. It is a good chance when a large no. Of enemies are making a scene. There are no hideouts even in a quiet place. It is important for a ninja to know the right time, the time when the enemy is tired and has his guard down, said Naruto. Sasuke smirked and suddenly threw his kunai at Naruto, who jumped away in time. What are you doing? Asked Naruto. Don't tell me, said Shikaku. Yes, good job, Sasuke, without a doubt this is Orochimaru, said Kakashi. This time we have someone good enough to dodge my attack, said Sasuke. What are you talking about, Sasuke-kun? Naruto said the password correctly, asked Sakura worriedly. That's why we have a problem, said Sasuke. What? Asked Sakura. Do you think he could remember such a long password, said Sasuke. Suddenly Sakura came to the same conclusion as Sasuke. If I asked him what's the password, what do you think the normal Naruto would say? Asked Sasuke. Sorry, I forgot, said Sakura. And the movement he showed when he dodged my attack is different from Naruto, said Sasuke. Show your real self, faker, said Sasuke. Naruto then grinned and licked his lips hungrily. I see, said Naruto, and in a puff of smoke was replaced by a lady looking like a snake. So he is Orochimaru, said Naruto. No, Orochimaru is not supposed to be a girl, said Asuma. No, he is definitely Orochimaru, said Hiruzen. But how Hokage-sama, said Shikamaru frowning. Hiruzen looked grim, however. But if he knew he was going to forget it, why didn't you use a shorter password? Asked the Kusa lady. I knew you were eavesdropping on our conversation inside the ground, that's why I made a long password, said Sasuke smirking. I see, so you don't let your guard down, said the lady removing her straw hat. Looks like I can have more fun than I expected, said the lady. She's too creepy. Also, where did Naruto go? Thought Sakura. With Naruto. Naruto landed on his face in the ground after being blown away by the wind. Ouch, said Naruto. There we go, said Naruto and repositioned himself. Where did Sakura-chan and Sasuke go? Said Naruto. Then he saw a shadow falling over him. So huge, said Naruto, freaked out. In front of him stood a humongous snake, at least 7 times as Naruto in height. Oh shit, said Asuma, worried. Yes, it is very bad. I don't think Naruto-san has the capabilities to defeat this monster, said Shino. Then Naruto-kun, said Hinata meekly. Naruto himself looked quite pale now. I've never seen such a huge snake, Databeo, thought Naruto. The snake suddenly launched himself at Naruto, who quickly jumped away. Behind me, said Naruto as he turned away, but he was a bit too late. The tail of the snake wrapped around Naruto, perfectly immobilizing him. Its tail, said Naruto. Then he looked up just in time to see the snake swallow him as a whole. No, Naruto, you can't die like this, said Naruto, worried. Don't worry, Naruto, if you are the protagonist then there is no way you will die like this, said Shikamaru. But still, how will you save yourself from this unyouthful creature? Asked Lee. I don't have a clue, said Naruto. Even Sasuke looked worried. But Sasuke. The lady in front of him took out her scroll, surprising both Sakura and Sasuke. Kukuku, you want our scroll of earth, don't you? Asked the lady. Since you have the scroll of haven, said the lady, and then proceeded to swallow the scroll as a whole. He what? Shouted Naruto and Kiba, everyone else too looked peeved. This guy is crazy, said Choji, disgusted, and stopped eating chips for once. He is a lady, Choji, said Ino. Who cares about the gender, where the hell is the security, said Kakashi, who was for once uncharacteristically serious. Now, let's begin the fight for our scrolls by putting our lives on the line, said the lady, and looked at them with her eye. And in that moment Sakura and Sasuke's eyes widened in fear as blood spilled out from everywhere. Then 2 kunes met their forehead. Nuo, shouted Ino. Sakura-chan, Sasuke, said Naruto in disbelief. All of the rookies looked in shock at the sudden death of their comrades. Sasuke looked pale and Sakura was brought to tears. But instead, Sakura and Sasuke looked just fine, but they were completely immobilized, both of them looked frightened as Sakura dropped to the ground. Sasuke, however, managed to stand. Oh my gosh, you are fine, said Ino. Sakura breathed out a sigh of relief. Sasuke looked uncomfortable, but he focused on the screen itself. Sasuke panted. The Chinjutsu, said Sasuke. But suddenly Sasuke kneeled down on the ground and puked on the ground. The lady looked on as Sasuke's legs failed him and he was unable to stand. No, it was just intent to kill. I can't believe it. After seeing his eyes, I was imprinted with an image of death, thought Sasuke as cold sweat dropped down his forehead. Are you kidding me? Thought Sasuke. None of the rookies could believe what was happening. Especially Naruto and Sakura looked on in pure disbelief. Even Sasuke-kun can't handle him, said Ino in shock. Who is he? Thought Sasuke. Sakura, whispered Sasuke, only to find Sakura sitting in front of him, traumatized, shaking in fear, losing sight of her surroundings. This isn't good, we have to run away, thought Sasuke, shaking in fear himself. Otherwise only death awaits us, thought Sasuke, looking at the lady. With Naruto. Oh, I completely forgot about myself, said Naruto. How can you are being swallowed to death, you know, said Ino. Naruto had the decency to look sheepish. Let me out, said Naruto from inside the snake's belly. Naruto, who was trapped in the snake's neck, was trying to pierce its organs using a kunai, but to no avail. Throw me out, damn it, it's no use, said Naruto. Is there anything else I can use? Asked Naruto as he searched his holster. It's the rice ball I kept for lunch, said Naruto, as in his hands was a rice ball. It slipped from his hands and landed on the snake's inside and quickly melted away due to the acid. It's melting, am I going to get digested like that rice ball, asked Naruto. The snake shook his body, forcing Naruto to go down more and more down the snake's body. No, let me out, said Naruto as he was swallowed deeper in the snake's food pipe. But Sasuke. You can't move already? Asked the lady. He's going to kill us, said Sasuke. Move, said Sasuke, trying to force his body to get up. Move, said Sasuke as he drew a kunai from his holster. Slowly Sasuke got up shakily to his feet. I don't care as long as I can move only a little bit, thought Sasuke. Move, thought Sasuke. What are you going to do with it? Asked Orochimaru. I can't move, thought Sasuke. He was paralyzed by fear. Relax, I will end it in a flash, you won't have time to suffer, said the lady and drew 2 blades, walking forward towards the scared prey. I wanted to have a little more fun, but now I'm disappointed said the lady and casually threw the blades. Sasuke slowly saw the blades coming towards him. Blood spilled on the grass. No, not like this, said Sasuke pale as sheet. Kakashi placed an arm on his shoulder to comfort him and Sakura. But Kakashi's fist was clenched hard to hurt Sasuke and Sakura too. This is so unyouthful said Guy shaking his head, surprising many people because of his silence up until now. With Naruto. Oh come on, what happened to Sakura and Sasuke-kun, said Ino in complaint. Naruto himself didn't want to believe what was going on. Naruto was already halfway through the snake's belly. Am I going to really die here? Thought Naruto. Iruka-sensei. Old man Hokage. Konohamaru. Kakashi-sensei. Sakura-chan. Sasuke. A lot happened between me and him thought Naruto. He remembered the time of their kiss. What are you remembering dope? Asked Sasuke shakily, still trying to get over his possibility of death. We always fought with each other, but when we fought Zabuza, we cooperated and rescued Kakashi-sensei thought Naruto. I thought that the rumors were false, but it looks like Naruto here did fight with Zabuza Mamachi thought Kurenai. During the chakra control exercise too, we both stubbornly continued the tree climbing exercise thought Naruto. Oh yeah, I still haven't settled things with him yet. Thought Naruto suddenly opening his eyes. If you're not going to throw me up, then I will make you thought Naruto. But Sasuke. Only the blood was there, no dead bodies of the two genins were in the ground. Everybody in the room except for the Sandaime who has watched this part released a breath they didn't know they were holding. I'm alive said Sakura. Naruto and Sasuke nodded. The lady's kunai was embedded in the tree. I see said the lady. Sasuke and Sakura were hiding behind a tree. Sasuke's kunai was stuck in his leg. I see nice save kid said Jiraiya. Sakura slowly came to consciousness, then she blinked and saw Sasuke. Sasuke-kun said Sakura, then she saw the injury. He must have hurt himself at the last second and said the lady. Just when she threw the kunai at them, Sasuke stabbed himself in his leg and used his Sharingan to dodge the blades and saved Sakura before getting away. Got rid of fear with pain said the lady. He's not normal prey said the Kunoichi. Hell yeah, that's the springtime of youth shouted Lee with burning fire in his eyes. And that's all it took for the tension to temporarily dissipate. All of the adults except Hiashi were showering Sasuke with praises. Sasuke himself looked quite a bit recovered from the shock. With Naruto. Shadow clone jutsu said Naruto. The snake's body swelled up and burst as a lot of Naruto were coming forth from the snake's belly. The snake lay dead as it was in pieces now. Around 20 to 30 Naruto were now standing near the dead snake. I'm a shinobi that's going to become Hokage I can't become snake crap here said Naruto. All of the rookies looked at Naruto, giving him blank stares except from Sasuke and Sakura. What? Asked Naruto confused. Dude they were solid clones, I mean freaking solid clones said Kiba. And said Naruto. Where on earth did you get to learn such an advanced jutsu anyway loser? Asked Ino shocked too. I had to learn this to graduate from the academy you know said Naruto. I mean, do you get how chakra intensive they are? Asked Tenten. I'm that awesome said Naruto. He created that many shadow clones and remained unfazed just how much chakra does he have thought Shikamaru giving Naruto a critical eye. With Sasuke. Sasuke slowly removed the blade from his leg. Sasuke-kun are you alright? Asked Sakura worried but Sasuke quickly closed her mouth with his hand. We need to run soon he's going to find us soon thought Sasuke. How should we run thought Sasuke. Sasuke-kun looks so confused I've never seen him like this thought Sakura. Then she noticed a shadow falling over them. Sakura looked over to see a large snake. Oh come on, how many of them does he have? Asked Naruto. Sakura shook her head free from Sasuke's hands. Sasuke-kun, a snake said Sakura. Sasuke quickly turned at the large creature to see it towering above them. Just as it tried to attack them both of them managed to jump away. I was so upset that I didn't notice the presence of a snake thought Sasuke in disbelief. You managed to survive this long kid that shows your potential said Asuma. Sasuke nodded as he stared at the future him intently. Just as the snake neared him in mid-air, he got freaked out and drew some shuriken. Don't come near me said Sasuke and launched them at the snake. It hit the snake at vital points and it dropped dead at a branch. From the snake's body though burst out the Kunoichi. You can't lower your guard for a second prey need to strain their mind all the time and run around in the presence of a predator said the lady. Then like a snake her torso stretched and she slithered around quickly trying to get closer to Sasuke like a snake would. Sasuke shouted freaked out. But suddenly some shurikens stopped her in midway. They landed just before her path and she looked up. Sakura and Sasuke too looked up. Sorry Sasuke said a voice from above. Naruto was standing there his hands folded together. Naruto said Sakura sounding relieved. I forgot the password said Naruto grinning. Yosh, this is the flames of youth. Let's go Naruto-kun said Lee burning up in hot passion creeping out the others. You look cool buddy said Choji. At least you guys are still fine, if you manage to hold out a little longer, then the examiner is going to definitely come said Choza. They are facing that traitorous snake, do you think they really can hold out said Tsume. But Naruto, you look kind of cool said Sakura. Yosh, Sakura-chan praised me, said Naruto cheerfully. But you managed to come at the best timing said Asuma. Yes thanks Naruto said Sakura. Naruto just gave them thumbs up. The lady glared at the boy. Naruto you must have come here to show off by helping us, but don't get involved anymore said Sasuke. Run he's way above our league said Sasuke. Looks like you defeated that big snake, Naruto-kun said the lady. This lady looks like a snake I see, so it must have been her doing thought Naruto. There has never been a situation where things got better when he came what I should do. Thought Sasuke. Is that how you say thanks Sasuke? Asked Naruto angrily. Mama calm down Naruto said Kakashi. Hey looks like you were picking on the weak eh. Now that I, the great Naruto Uzumaki am here, I'm going to beat you to pulp said Naruto. Seriously kid, that's an S-rank shinobi we are talking about said Shikaku. How could I have known that Databayo said Naruto. This is bad at this rate all three of us are going to get killed at this rate. Thought Sasuke. What should I do thought Sasuke. Sasuke-kun thought Sakura. Shit this is the only way I know of thought Sasuke. Sasuke deactivated his Sharingan. Wait said Sasuke. All eyes were on him. Sasuke brought out the scroll. I'll give you the scroll please, take this and leave us in peace said Sasuke. What? Asked Sakura and even Naruto looked in shock. Smart decision said Shikamaru. What? No way shouted Naruto in indignation. Shut up Dobe said Sasuke. That won't be enough thought the adults in the room. Hey Sasuke, what are you doing? What are you trying to do by giving the enemy our scroll asked Naruto. You shut up said Sasuke. What? Asked Naruto aggravated. I see you're smart said the lady. The only hope the prey has from the predator is to hand over something else to eat to save itself said the lady. Take it said Sasuke and tossed it towards the enemy. However Naruto jumped and caught the scroll, then he landed beside Sasuke. You don't butt in. Do you understand the situation you're in said Sasuke. Yeah, he is an opponent Sasuke-kun can't beat. How can you hope to beat him? Asked Ino. Naruto however turned around and decked Sasuke on his face. What? Asked Sakura. Sasuke landed in another branch before standing up, blood coming out of his mouth. Why did you do that? Asked Sasuke. I forgot the password, so I can't make sure of this, but you're a fake Sasuke, aren't you? Asked Naruto. What the hell is wrong with you? He is making the correct decision said Tenten. Naruto what are you saying? Asked Sakura in confusion. You idiot I'm the real one said Sasuke in annoyance. Liar the idiot and coward in front of me right now can't be the Sasuke I know said Naruto. I don't know how strong he is, but there's no guarantee that he'll let us go even if we hand over our scroll said Naruto. You're the one who is scared, the one who doesn't understand the situation said Naruto. Naruto-kun, you're correct, said the lady licking her face with her tongue. Both Sasuke and Sakura looked shocked. Not bad kid said Jiraiya. What's more impressive is that he is able to make such sound judgment under the pressure of facing such a dangerous opponent said Hiashi. Naruto blushed under the praise. I just have to kill all of you to take the scroll said the lady and quickly pulled her sleeve to reveal black markings on her arms. Summoning said Kakashi. Don't mess with us said Naruto and charged at the lady with a kunai in his hand. Stop, run Naruto said Sasuke in fear. Damn it said Naruto and jumped at the lady. I've lost faith in you, Sasuke thought Naruto. Summoning jutsu said the lady. And a gust of wind suddenly stopped Naruto in midair and threw him back. What? Thought Naruto. Naruto shouted Sakura as the snake slammed into him. How cute said the lady standing atop the snake's head. She looked at the panting Naruto. What a cute prey said the Kunoichi. The tail of the snake slammed into the branch where Naruto was standing. Naruto shouted both of his teammates. Naruto fell down and crashed through a lot of branches before coming to a halt. Blood spewed out from his mouth. Eat him for now said the lady and the snake moved in to follow orders. Sasuke stood there hopelessly, giving up hope. However as Naruto was falling down, he opened his eyes to reveal his pupils changing to red and forming slits. What asked Kiba. All of the genins looked intrigued now. You have another jutsu in your arsenal? Asked Sakura. Said Naruto sweating bullets. He looked uncomfortable for some reason. Shikamaru, Shino and Sasuke noted curiously. Ayubi thought all the adults in fear. Let's just watch for now said Kakashi. Damn it said Naruto and punched the snake on the head. It shook violently in pain surprising the lady. The lady noted Naruto's appearance, feral looking, red animalistic eyes, and fangs. Is this kid said the lady. Naruto however pounced on the snake and started punching him in a barrage. Naruto's gone berserk, but why is Naruto this strong, said Sakura. The snake however used his tongue to throw Naruto off, but Naruto used the tree to pounce back again at the snake. The snake lady however smirked and blew a stream of flames from her mouth, engulfing Naruto and pushing him away. What the hell is this Orochimaru? Asked Kiba. Orochimaru is a natural-born prodigy, he has mastery over all arts of shinobi, but he excels at ninjutsu. He is even stronger than me probably, said Hiruzen. Stronger than the god of shinobi, said Tenten. Naruto fell through many branches and finally stopped at one. Those eyes, I'm sure of it now, this is getting interesting, thought the lady. That's Naruto, said Sasuke, shocked by the raw power showed by Naruto. You're next, said the lady pointing at Sasuke. Sasuke-kun, how will you fight? Asked the lady and the snake charged forward at him. Sasuke-kun, shouted Sakura as she watched Sasuke feel powerless against such an opponent. I'm on my future self, what are you doing? Thought Sasuke. Damn it, where is the proctor? Asked Kakashi. However, the snake was stopped by Naruto, he used two kunai and stopped the snake by stopping it using his whole body in that stab. He was using everything he could to fight against the power of the snake. He stopped it, said Choji. Unbelievable, said Neji. Then Naruto-kun is so amazing, thought Hinata. Hey, are you hurt, scaredy cat? Asked Naruto. And then Sasuke remembered, it was what Sasuke has said to Naruto during the wave mission. Naruto thought Sasuke. This idiot and coward I see isn't the Sasuke I know, said Naruto. The tongue of the snake wrapped around Naruto and pulled him up. Why you damn it, said Naruto, struggling to get away. Let go, you snake bastard, said Naruto. He was pulled towards the snake lady. I'm surprised that the Nine Tails kid is still alive, so he got excited emotionally and let a part of the Nine Tails power leak out, thought the snake lady, and brought her hands closer to Naruto's body. All of the genins including Shikamaru, Neji, Sasuke and Shino looked at Naruto like he had grown a second head. Naruto himself was looking at the ground as if it was more interesting. You're what? Asked all of them. So you have that thing inside of you, said Sakura. Yes, said Naruto, looking broken. He didn't want anyone knowing this yet. This was the first time Rookie 9 saw Naruto like this. Relax, dope. You can't even fight an academy student properly. There is no way you can be the Kyuubi, said Sasuke. Yeah dude, Pac doesn't betray you for something like this, said Kiba. Well, as long as it's sealed up properly, said Ino as she looked at Naruto with a bit of fear. But at least she didn't hate him. Yeah, it's too troublesome to see you as the Kyuubi, said Shikamaru. Yup, said Choji. You should have told us beforehand though, so the killer intent I felt in wave was of that Kyuubi, said Sakura. Naruto nodded. You can be the monster Nasanara, said Shino. I don't think why you are a monster, and Naruto-kun, said Hinata. Shino looked mortified by being interrupted by Hinata, but couldn't show it. This is fate, my child, we of the Aburum clan can't be social, even if we wanted, thought Shibi. Neji looked a bit troubled. Yes, this is the flames of youth which can burn through the darkness, shouted out Lee. Lee shouted Guy. Dai-sensei, shouted 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 Lee. Then they gave a manly hug to each other. Everyone looked away in disgust and Tenten and Neji sighed. Kurenai and Kakashi couldn't dispel the sunset and beach ninjutsu, no matter how much they tried. Naruto cheered up by the events. He tried his hardest to block the tears away. But I'm surprised you haven't even once flinched when the academy taught us about the Kyuubi, said Shikamaru. I came to know about this on the day of our graduation, said Naruto. Alright, we still have to see the fight against Orochimaru, said Shikaku. Everyone in the room tensed again. 5-element seal, said the lady as she thrust her purple flaming fingers on Naruto's seal. It appeared above Naruto's Jinchuriki seal. Damn, he really used it, said Jiraiya. What was that, Jiraiya-sama? Asked Shikamaru. That's a seal used to block away the Kyuubi's chakra from reaching Naruto's body. It also messes with your chakra control, said Kakashi. Ah, what did you say about me, Sasuke? Asked Naruto, suddenly angered, remembering his rival saying something about not being able to defeat academy students. Sasuke sighed. Should you be worried about that? Asked Choji, sweat dropping. Everyone except Hiashi laughed. The lady proceeded to throw the unconscious Naruto towards the ground after taking their scroll from them. He's going to fall at this rate, thought Sakura. Naruto shouted Sakura and threw a kunai at him which stuck his jacket, attaching it to a tree. Thanks, Sakura-chan, said Naruto, giving her a foxy smile. What's wrong, Sasuke-kun? Asked Sakura. Sasuke was still paralyzed from fear. Why the hell are you this scared, team? Asked Naruto. Shut up, dobe, said Naruto. Naruto is different from you, Sasuke-kun, he's dumber and a nuisance sometimes, but at least he's not a coward. Right, Sasuke-kun? Asked Sakura with tears in her eyes. This seemed to have some effect. Foolish brother, if you wish to kill me, hate me, detest me, and survive in an unsightly way, run and cling to life. Sasuke gave them a look which said don't say a word or I will castrate you. No, thought Sasuke and activated his Sharingan. He definitely is a part of the Uchiha clan, his blood must be making him excited, thought the lady, and dispelled her summon. I will take my time to see how strong you are, thought the lady. Sasuke-kun, said Sakura, relieved. Sasuke drew a kunai and put it in his mouth. I have to survive to kill my brother. When that thought comes to my mind I realize that I was the one who was acting like an idiot. Naruto, Sakura, how can someone who can't risk his life here kill him, thought Sasuke. This is Orochimaru we are talking about, kid, said Asuma, worrying. It's not like he has a choice anymore, said Inoichi. Where is the proctor? Asked Sum. Sasuke charged at the lady, but Orochimaru produced a gust of wind. Sasuke jumped up, then launched some kunai at her which were dodged. Then he launched himself at the lady and punched her but was blocked. It was followed by a kick which was blocked too. Sasuke flipped behind the lady while dodging a kick. Both of them charged at each other and engaged in a taijutsu spar for some seconds, with neither of them getting a clear hit on anyone. I can see, thought Sasuke while blocking and dodging some punches and kicks. Seeing this, the lady jumped and went behind Sasuke, then started moving around in an incredible speed. I can see, thought Sasuke as he dodged a slam from the lady whose body was elongated like a snake. I can see you, thought Sasuke, launching some fireballs at the lady, following it up by a stream of fire, engulfing her in a torrent of fire. When it dissipated from the smoke came out the lady slithering like a snake swiping at Sasuke, but he dodged by jumping back and releasing his breath before taking his Uchiha stance. Holy shit, said Kiba, awed by the battle. Indeed, Sasuke-san is battling it out with a Sannin, said Shino. Troublesome, I don't think he is serious yet, said Shikamaru. You're right, but that doesn't make it any less impressive, said Asuma. Ta, take that, see, this is the power of my Sasuke-kun, said Sakura. Forehead, he is mine, said Ino. What did you say, Ino pig? Asked Sakura. Pretty good, he was able to predict where I was going to move and acted accordingly, he must be able to see me, thought Orochimaru. Orochimaru released another burst of wind which Sasuke dodged by jumping up. Then he launched himself at the lady and bound her by wrapping himself around her. No, Sasuke, said Kakashi. Everyone looked at him oddly. He was tricked, said Choza. Then Sasuke jumped down, making her head fall down on the tree below them. I got you, shouted Sasuke. Falcon drop, thought Sasuke as he watched her whole body shook from the impact, then her hands fell limply to the side. Sasuke let go of the body only for it to dissolve into mud. Come on, said Kiba. Suddenly projectiles were launched at him, but he dodged them all. He jumped down and drew ninja wire from his holster. He then tied it around a branch and swung himself around the tree to land in another branch. Just as he looked back he was sucker punched in his face by the lady who used her chance to body blow, punch and then knee him. In the end of the combo she punched him in the face, making Sasuke go flying back. That was too easy, you're not living up to the name of the Uchiha, oh well, I'm going to slowly beat you and then kill you, said the lady, never noticing the explosives planted around her coat. Sasuke smirked. What? You have something in mind, asked Kakashi. You will see my new jutsu, Kakashi, said Sasuke. Naruto stared intently. Just like a bug, said the lady. The bombs exploded, making her stumble forward. Sasuke used this chance to jump away to a nearby branch and draw some kunai. He then launched them, they never hit the lady. They had wires tied around their handle. Sasuke was controlling them by wires in his hands and mouth. This is Sharingan-controlled triple windmill blade, said the lady, looking around in surprise, just as Sasuke bound her to a tree tightly using the wire. Fire style. Dragon fire jutsu, said Sasuke and launched a stream of fire through the wire. The lady was being burned alive as it traveled through her body. Sasuke-kun, you did it, said Sakura as Sasuke panted in exhaustion. Not bad, kid, said Asuma. Jiraiya whistled. Everyone appraised Sasuke's skill. Sasuke smirked. Naruto grumbled at his rival's success. The girls except for Tenten and Hinata squealed. Such is the flames of youth, said Guy. But it won't be enough, said Kakashi. Are you okay? Get a hold of yourself, said Sakura. But the lady cut through the wires by brute force and walked forward. Behind her burned skin was another layer of pale skin. You, shouted many of them, especially the young ones. So that's what you meant? Asked Asuma. Hiruzen nodded. Suddenly Sakura and Sasuke found themselves unable to move. Is this a form of paralysis, said Sasuke. I'm impressed that you can use your Sharingan so well despite your young age. You live up to the name of the Uchiha I want you after all, said Orochimaru, revealing his sound headband. You two are definitely brothers, your eyes say that you carry more potential than Itachi, said the lady. Who are you? Asked Sasuke angrily. My name Orochimaru, if you wish to see me again, then get through the exam as your life depended on it, said the lady, burning Team 7's scroll in green flames and his neck extended going towards the Uchiha and bit him in the neck. When it was done, a black marking was revealed in his neck. So that's why he came here, said Tsume. What did you do to Sasuke-kun? Asked Sakura as she watched Sasuke shout in pain, groan and writhing in pain as he collapsed to the ground, slowly falling unconscious. I gave him a farewell present. Sasuke-kun will definitely seek me, he will seek me for power. It was fun seeing a lot of your moves, said Orochimaru, and phased inside the ground. What was that? Asked Shoji. The cursed seal, said Kurenai. What is that, sensei? Asked Hinata shyly. It is a seal that gives one tremendous power on the cost of the user's freedom. It will bind you to Orochimaru as a slave if you use it. It feeds on your dark emotions to manipulate you, said Kakashi. Uchiha as a slave, thought Sasuke, frowning. It's been a long time, Anko, said Orochimaru. You are an extremely dangerous S-rank wanted criminal, that's why I'm going to kill you, even at the cost of my life. It's my job as your former subordinate who learned everything from you, right, Orochimaru, said Anko. Kurenai sighed. Who is it, sensei? How can she wear such a provoking clothing, said Kiba, covering his nose. She is my friend Anko, a former student of Orochimaru and a holder of cursed seal, said Kurenai. She drew some senbon. You can't, said Orochimaru. Just as she was about to throw them towards him, his tongue came lunging towards him. Anko dodged upwards, but the tongue followed and caught a grip of her hand, making her let go of the senbon. She dropped to the ground and shook her hand off. It in shadow snake hand, said Anko, and 4 snake came out of her other arm sleeve and launched themselves at Orochimaru. I won't let you get away, said Anko. He was caught and was pulled in by Anko. She slammed him into the tree in front of her. Then she grabbed a hold of his palm and used her own to join them together before slamming a kunai to her hand to trap him. I got you, Orochimaru, I'm going to borrow your left hand, said Anko, and made some hand signs using Orochimaru's hand. You fool, shouted Jiraiya. What is it, Jiraiya-sama? Asked Kurenai. She is about to commit suicide, said Jiraiya. That seal is, said Orochimaru. That's right, you and I are going to die here, said Anko. But before she could perform her jutsu, she was stopped by Orochimaru's laugh. Are you trying to commit suicide? Asked Orochimaru. Suddenly another Orochimaru appeared behind her. That's a replacement, said Orochimaru from behind, and the man in front of him dissolved in mud. You're one of the village's special jonin, so don't use the forbidden jutsu I taught you, said Orochimaru, and stopped the blade Anko threw at him. I told you that's useless, said Orochimaru in his full glory as he peeled of the rest of his burned face. Suddenly Anko clutched her neck in pain and dropped down to the ground. Orochimaru walked towards her. Why did you come? Asked Anko. We haven't seen each other in a long time, but you're treating me so coldly, said Orochimaru. Did you come to assassinate Hokage-sama? Asked Anko, gritting her teeth due to pain. No. I still don't have enough men to do that, so I was planning on reserving some of the outstanding ones in this village, said Orochimaru. Being an Uchiha must be quite a drag, said Shikamaru. Sasuke glared at him. I just gave someone that same cursed seal as a present a while ago. There's a boy I want, said Orochimaru. Pedo snake bastard, said Naruto. Jiraiya snickered. As usual, you do what you want, but that boy is going to die, said Anko. What? Shouted Naruto. That's another risk in this seal, said Kakashi. Nuo, shouted Sakura. I'm going to live, am I not? Asked Sasuke to the Sandaime coolie. Yes, said Sandaime. But that also raises the chance of you defecting the village, said Shikaku. Sasuke glared at him. Don't worry, if he does then I will shove a kunai up using Kakashi-sensei's ultimate taijutsu technique, said Naruto, giving the man a thumbs up. Sasuke started sweating bullets. Yes, there's only 10% chance that he will survive, but he might be like you and not die, said Orochimaru. You seem quite interested in this boy, said Orochimaru. Orochimaru caressed Anko's cheek, taking her by surprise. Are you jealous? Asked Orochimaru. Are you still angry that I used you, then cast you off like that, said Orochimaru. Are you angry that I made my way with you using your affection for me to gain your trust and made you betray your village? Oh, you don't remember that, do you? Asked Orochimaru. What a piece of trash, said Shikamaru with lot of passion unexpected from him. Anko glared at him. Unlike you, he seems like an excellent ninja. After all, he is the boy who carries the abilities of an Uchiha. His body is beautiful and he is capable of being my successor, said Orochimaru. Naruto laughed as Sasuke turned red. Your body is beautiful, said Naruto, and Kiba and Choji laughed. Hell, even Sandaime, Jiraiya and Tsume laughed. Sakura and Ino bonked him on the head. If he survives, things will become interesting. Whatever you do, don't cancel the exam. 3 from my village are under your care, said Orochimaru. I'm going to enjoy this. If you take away my joy it will be over for the village of Konoha, said Orochimaru and walked away. That old man will beat the hell out of you, Dadabayo, said Naruto. No, he has already surpasses me. He was a genius when he was in my genin team, said Hiruzen. Collective gasp from everyone was heard. He is stronger than you, Hokage-sama, said Tenzo, speaking for the first time in the entire day. The only one who could stop him now would be Jiraiya here or Minato, who is unfortunately dead, said Hiruzen grimly. Naruto vs Kiba, Chunin exam preliminaries. Hell yeah, it's my turn to fight, said Kiba. Bring it on, dog breath, said Naruto. You think you can match me dead last, said Kiba. Naruto's chakra control will still be messed up, so chances even if you win it won't be fair, Nasanara, said Shino. Oh, that's right, how I can win, then Dadabayo, said Naruto, worried suddenly. Tenzo-kun, this fight will be rather amusing, so please bring some food for the guests here, said Hokage. Yes, Hokage-sama, said Tenzo. What am I, a food courtier, thought Tenzo. Alright then, let's this show go down on the road, Dadabayo, said Naruto. Oh Tenzo, you came back, said Kakashi. And you brought popcorn, a lot of them actually, said Asuma. Nai, said Choza, and took his portion. Soon everybody took their portions and was ready for battle. My turn, my turn, my turn, shouted Naruto as he watched his name on the screen. Thank you for waiting, it's finally my turn, said Naruto. Hell yeah, we got lucky, said Kiba. We can win against him for sure, Aakareo, said Kiba. What did you say, dog breath? Asked Naruto. Try and prove me wrong, dead last, said Kiba. Woof, barked Aakareo. Show me how much you've grown, thought Kakashi. I'll do it, said Naruto. 7th match, Naruto Uzumaki vs Kiba in Yuzuka, said Hade. I'm tired from all that waiting, it's finally my turn to show off my moves, said Naruto. That's my line, drawing you as my opponent means I've already won, right Aakareo? Said Kiba. Woof, barked Aakareo. The tick mark appeared on Naruto's head. Keep dreaming, you can't win against me, said Naruto. Why, you, said Kiba. Hey, don't bring puppies in here, he's going to interfere with the match, said Naruto. Idiot, Akamaru's going to fight too, said Kiba. Woof, woof, barked Akamaru. Hey, is that okay? Asked Naruto to the proctor. Yes, animals and bugs are treated as weapons, it isn't a problem, said Hade. Oh well, it's a good handicap, said Naruto. Acting tough, then Akamaru, don't do anything, I'll do this alone, said Kiba. You arrogant fool. An Inyazuka without an Inkan is worth less than a dog, said Tsume, and hit Kiba with her fist. I'm sorry mom, but I still haven't done anything, said Kiba pleadingly. Enough with the monologue, why can't we begin the match, said Shikamaru. I feel you, my son, said Shikaku. The rest were eating popcorn. Naruto, don't lose to that guy, said Sakura. It's finally his turn, said Kakashi. Naruto, sorry to say this but he can't defeat Kiba, Kakashi thought Kurenai. Was I really that bad at the academy? Asked Naruto. Yes, said Kurenai. Naruto-kun, I want to cheer you on, but I'm on Kiba-kun's team, so thought Hinata. Thanks Hinata, said Naruto, but Hinata blushed like a tomato. Kiba-kun might get mad, but thought Hinata. Naruto-kun, thought Lee. Kiba-lucky, said Choji. I don't know how much stronger he got after becoming Genin, thought Kiba. Flashback. We are going to review transformation jutsu today. You will transform yourself into Hokage. His original abilities were. Naruto transformed into a short sandane with red lips. Haruka face faulted. The whole class laughed. Kiba, who was sleeping, woke up. So noisy, I was having a nice nap, thought young Kiba. That was a joke, I did it on purpose, said young Naruto. Quit fooling around, Naruto, said Haruka. This is your 3rd year at academy, said Haruka. Geez, who is that? Asked Kiba. We just changed class and we have already got a funny guy, said a boy. He did good job on getting everyone's attention, said a boy. Trying to be funny, said young Kiba. Do it again, idiot, said Haruka. He failed again. Are you doing that on, said Haruka. Kiba snickered. You all just watch, one day I'm going to be Hokage, said young Naruto. The whole class laughed louder. Are you stupid? You, Hokage? Asked Kiba, mocking him. Well, I remember that happening, said Shikamaru. Present. I will beat you in one hit out of pity, said Kiba. Oh whatever, but you can't defeat me, said Naruto. Stop with the monologue, said Shikaku. Don't worry, there will be a lot after this, said Hiruzen. Both the Naras groaned. I told you not to act tough, said Kiba. Woof, barked Akamaru. Then let's begin, said Hade. Beast mimicry ninja technique. All fours jutsu, said Kiba as blue chakra surrounded him. His nails grew and his features became more animalistic. Here I come, said Kiba, who was in all fours. Kiba suddenly appeared in front of Naruto, taking him aback. That's fast, said Choji. Kiba smirked. He then tackled him with his elbow on his gut, making Naruto fall down after flying several meters back by the impact of the attack. He's fast, said Sakura. Naruto was not standing up anymore. That's all you got, scoffed Kiba. Man, I was expecting something more, said Choji. Fate is not something that can be changed so easily, said Niji. The members of Team 7 just smirked. He won't be waking up for a little while, Mr. Proctor, said Kiba, smirking. Just as I thought, said Shikamaru. There's no way that Naruto can beat Kiba, said Ino. Naruto-kun, you look so foolish, said Lee. See? Asked Kurenai, looking smug. Geez, he's weak, said Kankuro. Naruto-kun, thought Hinata in worry. Sakura stared at Kakashi intently. Kakashi just smiled back. Yes, thought Sakura. Flashback. Again, said Shikamaru. I'm going to become greater than the Hokages, and then I'm going to make all the villagers recognize my existence, said Naruto. Those words, I've made fun of them for a long time too. Kiba walked back. Naruto was on the ground in front of Zabuza clone. This is a Jonin, a real ninja, I've got to get back or he'll seriously annihilate me, said Naruto. Are you hurt, you scaredy cat? Asked Sasuke. Become stronger than me, said Sasuke. Naruto's hand twitched in present. Damn it, said Naruto. Naruto punched Sasuke in the forest of death. Why did you do that? Asked Sasuke. The idiot and coward I see right now can't be the Sasuke I know, said Naruto. Present. Naruto slowly stood up, making Kiba stop in his tracks. What? Asked Kiba, shocked. Team 10 looked surprised. But I was wrong, thought Sakura. Flashback. Naruto stopped Orochimaru's snake all by himself. We saw this, said Ino. Hey, are you hurt, scaredy cat? Asked Naruto. About 30 to 40 number of Narutos charged at another Genin team. Holy shit, said Kiba. He created that many clones even after Orochimaru placed that seal on him. Asked Kurenai, looking shocked. You don't know how many he can create, Kurenai, said Kakashi. You shouldn't take pride in this match even if you win, said Shikamaru. Oh come on, said Kiba. I'm not going to take back my word, that's my way of the ninja, said Naruto. Present. Sakura smiled as Naruto got up to his feet. Naruto, tell everyone, thought Sakura. Naruto smiled as he looked up, his lips bloodied. Don't underestimate me, said Naruto. Oh, shouted Lee. Oh? Tough boy, thought Shikamaru, smiling. Hinata smiled. Naruto-kun, thought Hinata. Bet him, Naruto, said Sakura. You're bleeding, so stop pretending to be cool, said Kiba, aggravated. Stop with the tough act, said Kiba. I went easy on you just so I could see how strong you were, why don't you stop acting tough and use your dog or whatever, said Naruto. You're going to regret that, growled Kiba. Let's go, Akamaru, said Kiba. Now it's starting, huh, said Tenten. Yes, now we can see what's interesting about this fight, said Shino. Akamaru barked in agreement and both of them charged on him. Kiba quickly threw smoke bombs on the ground in front of Naruto, engulfing all three of them in smoke. Suddenly Naruto was hit in his face, then in his gut and followed by in his back. He was getting hit continuously. I can't see a thing, this isn't good, I've got to get out of the smoke or I'll get beat, thought Naruto. Kiba smirked as he ate his popcorn. Naruto tried to run out of the smoke, but just as he was out he was tackled in by Akamaru. He fell for it, said Kiba from inside. What? Asked Ino. Damn, I can't see anything, said Shikamaru. Kiba then jumped out of the smoke grinning. As the smoke cleared, Naruto was lying in the ground seemingly unconscious. Akamaru barked from beside him. Alright, way to go, said Kiba. Akamaru ran towards him. Told you it would be easy, said Kiba. Come on, my future self, said Naruto. Good job, Aka, said Kiba, but stopped as Akamaru suddenly bit his arm. Wah, said Kiba, shocked. I see, said Shino. Is this really Naruto? Asked Shoji. All of them looked on in surprise. Akamaru, why? Asked Kiba, shocked. You fell for it, said Akamaru. Akamaru suddenly transformed into Naruto. Why you transformed, ouch, damn it, let go, said Kiba and shook Naruto off. Naruto's face was purple as he spit on the ground. You taste like a dog, said Naruto. Everyone laughed. He is right, Kiba, said Kurenai. But sensei, complained Kiba. I will have you take a nice bath today, said Tsume. Where's Akamaru? Asked Kiba in worry. Here, said Naruto, who was supposed to be unconscious, holding on to Akamaru. Akamaru, damn it, said Kiba in surprise. No way, that's Naruto, asked Ino. I get you, my future self, said Ino. He's on equal ground against Kiba, no, he might be even better than him, said Ino. There's no way Naruto can do something crafty like using the shadow clone jutsu and transformation jutsu at the same time, said Shikamaru. He's good at using his jutsu at the right time, said Tamari. He's better than I thought, said Kankuro. He sure is interesting. He bit the guy on his own and then got mad, thought Niji. That was amazing, Naruto-kun, said Hinata meekly. That was amazing, Naruto, shouted Sakura. Looks like you have gotten a little stronger, but it's over, said Kiba. Really, but you can never defeat me, said Naruto. He's grown even more during the exam, thought Kakashi. This is a surprise, said Sandane watching from the sidelines. Is that the Naruto that was an all-time failure, thought Kurenai. I'm awesome, Dadabayo, said Naruto. Oh, why are you getting excited over something like this? Asked Sasuke. It looks like he is no longer the Naruto we knew, said Shikamaru. Ino nodded. What did Kakashi do? Thought Asuma. But the growth of our Kiba and Aakareo might be greater than his, thought Kurenai. Naruto, you will give me back my Aakareo, said Kiba and tossed Aakareo a food pill. Suddenly Aakareo grew larger and his fur grew redder. What did you give him? Asked Shikamaru. Food pill, said Choji. It's over for Naruto, said Kurenai. Said Naruto confused. Aakareo howled and freed himself from Naruto, dispelling the clone. What did you give him? Asked Naruto. That's doping, Databayo, said Naruto. His fur became red, said Naruto. That's why his name is Aakareo, said Kiba, and ate a food pill as well. Food pills, thought Kakashi. Kiba's planning to end this now, thought Kurenai, smiling. Let's go, Aakareo, said Kiba and crouched down. Aakareo sat on his back. Beast mimicry ninja technique. Half-beast clone, said Kiba, and Aakareo suddenly transformed into Kiba. Kiba growled at Naruto like an animal. His eyes looked dangerous. He used some weird drug. Isn't this considered doping? Said Naruto, shuddering. Is this allowed? Asked Naruto. Yes, food pills are considered a tool, cough, said Hate. You always say that, said Naruto, complaining. Why are you complaining to the proctor? Asked Tenten. What did he eat? Asked Shikamaru. The food pill, said Choji. Food pill? Asked Ino. It's a special medicine that allows a soldier who uses it to fight 3 days and 3 nights straight. It's high in protein and is quickly absorbed in the body. It also has substances that act as a stimulus and tranquilizer, said Choji. Why do you know so much about this? Asked Shikamaru. Well, my clan is the one who developed it, said Choji. This is bad for your student Kakashi, said Guy. Kiba and Akamaru's chakra have most likely doubled temporarily, said Choji. Now this match will end, said Kiba. Let's go, four-legged jutsu, said Kiba, and both of them pounced at Naruto, who jumped back. Just as they hit the floor, debris flew and dust covered the wild mutts. One of them jumped and swiped at Naruto, who sidestepped, but Kiba climbed up a wall and jumped at Naruto in all fours, who barely managed to get back. That's crazy fast, almost as fast as Lee, said Tenten. Yup, I've gotten a lot stronger, it looks like, so what now? Asked Kiba, grinning. Naruto shouted. Sakura and Hinata joined her hands in worry. Naruto's in a bad situation. Kiba has chakra surrounding his body and he is a total combatant type fighter that brawls like a beast. The food pill, which doubles his chakra, is perfect for him, said Asuma. Shoot, said Naruto as barely ducked and weaved to dodge Kiba's swipes. This guy doesn't need a handicap, thought Naruto as another Kiba pounced at him. Naruto barely dodged it. Even if I gather all my chakra to my legs, I can only run away at most, thought Naruto. At this rate, thought Naruto, and jumped away. But both of them charged at him. Naruto jumped up to dodge another slash from Kiba. I see a vulnerable spot, said Kiba, and both of them charged at him. I mastered it, said Kiba in surprise. What? Asked Ino. You will see, said Kiba, grinning smugly. Take this, half-beast master combat move. Fang over fang, said Kiba, and both of them started spinning like a drill and jumped at Naruto. Just as Naruto landed, they hit him from both sides. Naruto shouted in pain as he went flying back. Naruto landed painfully and blood was coming from his head. Not bad, kid, said Tsume. Damn, said Shikamaru. Well, you have gotten stronger, but you can't match Kiba-sama, said Kiba proudly to Naruto. My chakra control is still not in peak condition, said Naruto. But why can't you feel it? You must be able to understand your chakra control has dropped before you began fighting the Inyazuka, said Hiashi. That's a good question, Dope. Why didn't you ask Kakashi-sensei about the seal? Asked Sasuke. Don't ask me, ask future me, said Naruto. Everyone's sweat dropped. Well, Naruto's not the best in chakra control, said Kakashi. That's our difference in skill, said Kiba. I'm going to become Hokage, I can't lose here, said Naruto, still lying flat on his face. You Hokage when you're weaker than me? I'll become Hokage for you, asked Kiba. That's uncalled for, said Shino. You shouldn't mock someone's dream like this, said Kurenai. But I do want to become Hokage, whined Kiba. Silence ensued around the room. What, just because I don't shout it out like the dope here doesn't mean that I don't have my ambition, said Kiba. Kiba laughed. Naruto remembered the whole class laughing at him like Kiba and clutched his fist. You know inside that you can't become Hokage, so stop acting tough, said Kiba, laughing. You're wrong, Kiba-kun, said Hinata meekly. Flashback. Naruto-kun's not that weak. Young Naruto was standing in a dark place alone. The people beside him ignored him, acted as if he didn't exist. Naruto gave everyone a look which stated a single thing. Don't comment or I will release the Kyuubi on you, got it? I'm going to receive the title of the Hokage you all just watched, said Naruto. Everyone looked at him as if he was crazy, the holder of the Kyuubi as the Hokage, impossible. Young Naruto then ran away from the stairs. Naruto-kun is different from me in that he believes in his own worth. Naruto ran even as he became a shinobi. Alone, he was always alone. I really think he's amazing, it's a very hard thing to do. Hinata watched as Naruto practiced his kunai and shuriken skills until he dropped exhausted. He again stood up to practice again. I understand, but still no one tried to look at the true Naruto-kun. Naruto was sitting in a hanging chair looking very lonely, very depressed and alone. The rookies seemed surprised by this. Nobody ever thought that they would see Naruto look like that. Even Sakura and Sasuke looked surprised. Hey, that kid is the kid. He was the only one who failed. Serves him right. If he becomes a ninja it's only going to cause trouble because he's really a. Hey, it's forbidden to say more than that. How can they say something like that? Asked Sakura in a low monotone. Okizama said Naruto with a steel-cold voice. Now everyone was surprised, Naruto never called Sandaime with respect. Yes, Naruto-kun, said Hiruzen, sighing. This is an invasion of privacy. Please stop this, said Naruto, looking at Hiruzen with very cold eyes. Kakashi placed a hand on Naruto's shoulder. Naruto, none of us here thinks of you as the fox, said Kakashi. But protested Naruto. You know that to change the future we have to see this. Besides, I have seen something I wish to talk about as well, about you trying to commit suicide and failing, said Hiruzen. What? Shouted Kakashi. All of the rookies looked dumbfounded and even adults gave him some crazy looks. Naruto stiffened. Naruto, what does that mean? Asked Sakura. Then Naruto-kun, said Hinata, openly crying. That's unyouthful, said Lee. Did you really try to, said Shikamaru. Naruto didn't reply. Hey, Dobe, said Sasuke, looking worried for some rare moments. Not now, we have to finish the fight first, said Hiruzen. Nobody was in the mood of popcorn, not even the Akamichi father and son duo. No one tried to recognize the real Naruto-kun. But now everyone is watching. Present. Naruto was slowly standing up. Stand up, Naruto, shouted Sakura. Hiruzen smiled. Everyone's recognizing him, thought Hinata, smiling. If you compete with me over the title of Hokage you're going to become the underdog, said Naruto, smirking. Nice determination, said Jiraiya. Alright, I am not the most patient guy here, look buddy, I don't care if you have a freaking fox sealed inside you. You are still Naruto and our friend. I don't give a damn about what happened in the past, but at the very least you don't have to kill yourself, said Kiba. Yes, you shouldn't perform such unyouthful acts, said Lee. Naruto suddenly slapped himself and took a deep breath to calm himself down. Sorry guys, I'm not suicidal now, Jiji, how did you come to know what I tried in the past, said Naruto, surprised. In a fight against Asuna Gen and I saw you remembering that, said Hiruzen. But why should I mean I myself had forgotten about all that, Databayo, said Naruto. You forgot about trying to kill yourself, thought many of them. Whatever, if it's important then we will come to see it anyway, said Sasuke. Kiba smirked. Geez, you are a persistent guy, said Kiba. Naruto just smiled. Fine, then I'll make sure you can never stand up, let's go, Akamaru, said Kiba and charged at Naruto. The same thing won't work me more than once, said Naruto. You've got a way to defeat Fang over Fang? Asked Sum. I can't say, said Naruto. Take this, said Kiba, and both of them started rotating. Naruto jumped up just as they attacked him. Just as they were about to strike him he maneuvered in air a little to make sure they didn't hit the vitals. It only grazed him as Naruto fell back down on the ground. Not bad, you have already formed a counter for this, said Inoichi. Naruto got up again. Damn it, said Naruto. The duo again charged at him and this time they dropped some smoke bombs to the ground, blinding Naruto. Then they used their Fang over Fang to attack Naruto continuously in the smoke. Naruto tried to dodge and managed to dodge some of them, but he was hit by most of them and landed in the ground painfully. How are you hitting me with that much precision in the smoke, said Naruto. It's a secret, said Kiba. I saw this move a while ago, I can't keep getting hit, said Naruto. I'm honestly surprised that you're still standing, said Asuma. Yes, your flames of youth burn brightly, Naruto-kun, said Guy. Thanks, said Naruto. What should I do, said Naruto. Finally it ended and Naruto's face was a mess. You seem to be losing your confidence, said Kiba. I'm as confident as ever, I can still manage even if your numbers increase by 3 to 4 times, said Naruto. You just don't shut up, do you? Let's end it with the next move, Akamaru, said Kiba. Both of them charged at Naruto and again threw smoke bombs at him and repeated the same move. You sure can take a punishment, kid, said Tenten. I would have given up way before, it's so troublesome, said Shikamaru, eating his popcorn. Damn it, I need to counterattack somehow, said Naruto. I need to attack Kiba, but I don't know which is which, said Naruto as he was barely evading the drills in the smoke. What are you going to do, Naruto? Asked Sakura in worry. Naruto-kun, thought Hinata in worry. You should cheer me too a bit, Hinata, said Kiba, dejected. Don't worry, I am cheering you on, Nazanara, I'm your teammate, although you will probably lose, said Shino. What makes you think I will lose when I'm the one who is controlling the battle, said Kiba. I got it, thought Naruto, and got an idea. Transform, shouted Naruto. Gotcha, said Kiba as he went for a final strike, but he suddenly stopped his assault. I see, said Kakashi. Sakura looked at him. Look closer, said Kakashi. There were 3 Kiba in the battlefield. I must admit you know how to use your jutsu very well, said Shino in approval. That's all those pranking came handy, you fooled Zabuza using a transformation too, said Sakura. Be what? Asked Asuma, suddenly interested. Later Asuma, now look at the fight, said Hiruzen, eating popcorn too. Good idea, nice plan Naruto, said Sakura. Naruto-kun, said Hinata in relief. If he transforms into Kiba, the real Kiba won't know which one is Aakareo and which one is Naruto, he won't be able to attack, said Sakura. But Naruto-kun attack both of them, said Lee, excited at Naruto's brilliant plan. He created an opening, very good, said Sakura. I see you've resorted to this, but let me warn you, I underestimated you before and it took me a while to notice, but your transformation won't work on me anymore, said Kiba. Why? Asked Kiba and punched the Kiba in front of him. I can smell it, don't underestimate our sense of smell, Naruto, said Kiba. By concentrating his chakra to his nose, Kiba is able to amplify his sense of smell by a factor of over 1,000 and he can identify people by their smells. By doing so, thought Kurenai. You've trained him well, said Kakashi. He will become a very good tracker in the future, said Asuma. Not bad, said Shikaku. Damn it, I thought it was a good plan too, said Naruto. It was a good plan, I can use it to create an opening for Choji and me, said Shikamaru thoughtfully. We won, said Kiba. Suddenly Kiba transformed into Akamaru. What happened? Kiba's nose confused Naruto and Akamaru thought Shino in surprise. Damn it, what's going on? Thought Kiba in confusion. That's what I want to know, what you did? Asked Kiba to Naruto. Naruto grinned. Forget being good, you are extremely talented to be able to use a simple jutsu like this, said Shino. I see, damn, never expected this from you, said Shikamaru. So you are Naruto, messing with me, said Kiba and punched the other Kiba standing beside him. Kiba went rolling back and he too transformed back into Akamaru. What? Asked Kiba, shocked. Not bad dope, said Sasuke. Kiba was fooled, thought Sum. Damn, Kakashi, what did you do to him? Asked Asuma. What happened? Asked Kiba. This idea isn't surprising coming from a former prankster, thought Kakashi. He got him, thought Kurenai in cold sweat. Suddenly the Akamaru who was hit first transformed back into Naruto and just as Kiba turned around he was jump kicked in his chest, sending him tumbling back. He did it, said Naruto. Naruto-kun, you're amazing, said Hinata. Kiba looked guiltily at his partner who he had punched into unconsciousness in confusion. I see, so Naruto transformed into Kiba, was detected by his scent and was hit by the real Kiba. But Naruto transformed into Akamaru right away instead of returning to his original form, said Sakura. That's pretty amazing, said Ino. He got you, kid, said Shikaku to Kiba. Damn you little, said Kiba. The Sandame laughed. He did it so that it would look like Akamaru got hit and that Akamaru's half-beast transformation was dispelled, said Sakura. Was Naruto this smart? Asked Ino, shocked. Damn it, said Kiba. Use your techniques carefully after giving a thought to what you're doing or it will be used to the other person's advantage, stupid, said Naruto. That's my line, word for word, said Kakashi. You stole my line, said Kakashi. Well, it served the purpose of agitating him, said Naruto, shrugging. It's a waste of time talking to him, thought Kiba. I can't let him sucker me in his pace, thought Kiba and bit his arm to calm himself down. Finally using your brains, ha, said Shino. He wasn't able to keep up with my movements, it means that I still have the advantage, thought Kiba and drew some shuriken. If I observe Naruto closely and attack when he is vulnerable, I can definitely attack from behind using my four-legged technique, there's no need to underestimate the match, this is a match I can win, if I go calmly, thought Kiba. When he is not in his peak in chakra control, said Sakura, reminding him of that fact. Looks like the enemy has calmed down, now what, Naruto, thought Kakashi. So you're finally serious, Kiba, then I'll finish it with a new move I've been saving up, said Naruto. What? Asked Kiba. You have something like that up your sleeve? Asked Sakura. New move, said Kiba. When did he make a new move? Asked Sakura. He still had a new move hidden up his sleeve, he's good, said Lee. New move, my ass, you're just bluffing, said Kiba. We'll see if it is a bluff or not, said Naruto. Damn it, the situation hasn't changed, don't let him sucker you into his pace, calm down, thought Kiba. Let's go, said Naruto and formed his hand seal to build up chakra. I don't know what your new move is, but all I've do is to stop you from executing it, said Kiba and charged at Naruto. He threw the shurikens at Naruto. What? Asked Naruto and barely managed to dodge them. Now, thought Kiba and charged at Naruto. He's fast, thought Naruto, looking at Kiba coming at him like an animal. Kiba quickly shoulder tackled him. Naruto slid back a few steps back before stopping. Don't stop, said Kiba, suddenly appearing beside Naruto and punched him. Naruto shouted Sakura in worry. Naruto-kun, shouted Hinata. Naruto was lying in the arena on his face. Team 10 looked surprised by the speed displayed by Kiba. Let's go, shouted Kiba. You're pretty good, said Tenten. I guess that's all he could do with his ability, said Kankuro. Stand up, Naruto shouted Sakura. Damn it, I don't have the time mole chakra like this, said Naruto as he slowly stood up. Kiba again charged at Naruto. Come on, what's the matter, Naruto? Asked Kiba and started dancing around him. Then he went towards him and slashed at him, making him fall back again. He's fast, said Choji. Impossible, Naruto doesn't have time to form hand seals, said Ino. There's a big difference in power, I guess it was impossible for Naruto to win, said Shikamaru. Damn it, said Naruto as he slowly tried to sit back up. Take this, said Kiba as he came from above and swiped at Naruto. Naruto blocked it with his hand, but his hand was cut deeply. What? Asked Kiba as Naruto caught his hand and threw him around. Take that, said Naruto. Naruto's entire arm was bleeding. It was obvious from the way blood was dropping down the ground. Damn your gutsy kid, said Jiraiya. That's all he has anyway, said Sasuke, smirking a little. I'm going to be Hokage, I can't lose here, said Naruto, started gathering chakra. Save the dream for later, you can't even keep up with my speed, said Kiba. Naruto was again attacked by Kiba, and this time he got his right arm. Naruto quickly ran away and took his position again. Come on, come on, come on, come on, said Kiba and charged at him. Kiba again attacked him, making him go sliding back. Naruto shouted Sakura. This is what happens when I get serious, now you know, right? To me you're just a start at Kiba, but Naruto was standing back again. His whole body was shaking, but he still stood back up. There is one thing I can say about him, despite being a dope, this guy is most stubborn person I've ever seen, said Sasuke. I won't lose, said Naruto, grinning confidently. Naruto is trying hard, said Choji. Yeah, said Ino. If I was Kiba, I would have had enough, said Shikamaru. I don't care who wins, just settle the match, said Kankuro. Naruto-kun, do your best, said Hinata meekly. Naruto, us your new special move or whatever, but finish it, said Sakura. Naruto-kun, try hard, said Lee. Damn it, I need to find Kiba's weak spot, thought Naruto. There's none, said Kiba arrogantly. That didn't have any effect, said Naruto. I'll compliment you on your spirit, said Kiba. He's already finished, I'll end it with the next move, thought Kiba. The climax is here, thought Shikaku. I'll rip out my new move anytime now, said Naruto. Naruto started concentrating chakra and Kiba charged at him. Take this, said Kiba and slid behind him. Part. Ah, said Naruto. Silence ensued. Wa started laughing, everybody. No way, said Kiba, broken. Oh my god, said Choji. That was amazing, said Ino. To think you would lose because of a mistimed fart, said Shikamaru. Poor Kiba-kun, said Hinata. Everyone starting from Tenzo to Sandaime was laughing. Niji and Hiashi snickered a few times. There's no excuse now, Kiba, you not only will lose to an opponent whose ability to mold chakra is sealed, you will lose because of a fart. You lost your face, said Shino. Naruto looked sheepish. Kiba smelled it. Kiba shouted in agony and clutched his nose, taking a few steps back. Everyone looked disgusted. Hinata blushed. Fast movement and a keen nose, the beast mimicry technique turned against him, thought Kakashi. Kiba's sense of smell is amplified by a few thousand times right now, thought Kurenai. That fart must have been a coincidence, but he is the #1 ninja and surprising people, thought Kakashi. Naruto, now's your chance, said Sakura. Damn it, I strained too much, said Naruto. But this is the good part of my new move, said Naruto, forming hand seals. Shadow clone jutsu, said Naruto, and 4 clones appeared beside him. Alright, I'll get you for what you did to me with this move, said Naruto, and the clones surrounded him. Kiba was still recovering. Damn it, said Kiba. One of the Naruto charged and punched him in the air. You, shouted the Naruto who punched him. The real Naruto used the clone to propel himself upwards. Naruto then kicked him from below, sending him upwards. Zumakai, said the clones. The real Naruto then kicked him in his face, sending him back crashing to the ground. Naruto barrage, said Naruto. All of the genins looked surprised. He actually did it, said Ino, surprised. Nicely done, Naruto, said Sakura. I lost to a fart, said Kiba, depressed. Kiba was down for the count, and seeing this, the proctor decided the match. Winner, Naruto Uzumaki, said Hate. Lee shouted in approval. Shanro, alright, good, said Sakura. That Naruto beat Kiba, said Shikamaru. No one expected that, said Choji. Ino nodded. Yes, said Hinata. Kakashi I smiled. I've become stronger, said Naruto. Easy, said Naruto as he walked up. Then Naruto-kun, said Hinata very meekly. Ah, said Naruto. Hinata, did you say something? Asked Naruto. You said Hinata, playing with her fingers. Is it coming, the confession? Everyone except Naruto looked at the screen intently, even Hiashi. Hinata gulped and then took a step forward. Then she extended her hand to give the healing salve to him. What's this? Asked Naruto. An ointment, said Kurenai. Why me? Asked Naruto. Why me? Asked Naruto as Hinata fell unconscious. How dense can you be? Just take it, Naruto said Hinata. Okay, thanks. You're a good person Hinata said Naruto. Before Naruto could thank the present time Hinata, he noted that she was sleeping for some reason. Kiba there's no need to be ashamed he was a strong opponent thought Kurenai. Thanks but I lost to a fart said Kiba dropping anime tears. Boof barked Akamaru. Don't make fun of me Akamaru said Kiba. What's next then asked Sum. Event. Naruto and Shikamaru meet Gaara. Is that supposed to be special? Asked Naruto. It will only show it if it was something important said Shikamaru. Let's see then said Shikaku. Sound of shogi pieces being moved were heard in the Konoha hospital room. Definitely you Shikamaru said Ino. Why are you in the hospital? Asked Choji. Who knows? Asked Shikamaru. Shikamaru looked at Naruto who was sleeping in a bed. This guy sleeps a lot said Shikamaru. Wait so you are visiting me and why am I in the hospital? Dadabayo said Naruto confused. Maybe he's dead said Shikamaru. Shikamaru sighed. Sakura was picking a flower in the Yamanaka flower shop. Sasuke-kun hasn't come back yet. Sakura seemed shocked and looked back. Ino said Sakura. I get information about you faster than you failed to get ahead of me forehead girl said Ino. No that's not it these are for Lee-san said Sakura. For me said Lee seemed surprised. Ino's face fell. Did something happen to me? Asked Lee. You fought Gaara of the desert in the preliminaries and as a result you lost your ability to be a ninja said Hiruzen. What? Asked Lee suddenly downcast. But how can Lee? Asked Guy. He is a fearsome opponent who couldn't be touched even with the 8 gates, said Hiruzen grimly. Wait this boy can open the gates? Asked Asuma surprised. What are they? Asked Shikamaru. 5 of them in fact said Hiruzen proudly. And yet he lost said Kurenai with widened eyes. My career is shinobi said Lee. Everybody felt sympathy for the boy. This is what happens if you defy fate Lee thought Niji sadly. Don't worry, you are able to be ninja again thanks to a certain someone said Hiruzen glancing at Naruto which wasn't missed by any adults and Shikamaru as well as Shino. Who is this youthful fellow Hokage-sama? Asked Lee cheerfully. I shouldn't spoil you should I? Asked Hiruzen smiling. The last one is about to wither said Sakura. The shadow was entering Lee's room. What? Thought Lee. What is this it's completely stuck how troublesome said Shikamaru seeing the watch glass. Naruto's eyes slowly opened. Hey, finally awake? Asked Shikamaru. Where am I? Asked Naruto. The hospital I heard you were asleep for 3 days straight said Shikamaru. 3 days said Naruto and quickly woke up and stood on the bed. What? Asked Shikamaru shocked. Shikamaru when are the final matches? Asked Naruto. Tomorrow said Shikamaru. What? Why didn't you wake me up earlier? I don't have time to just sleep here, said Naruto grabbing Shikamaru's collar. Noisy as always said Sakura sighing. Where is the pervy sage? Where is he Dadabayo asked Naruto. Jiraiya snorted at the name. Nice nickname said Jiraiya. Hiruzen had to work hard to suppress his laugh. His student will flip if he hears that this is indeed his nickname. I need him to supervise my training said Naruto. What are you talking about? I have no idea what are you talking about asked Shikamaru. My clothes are gone, where? Asked Naruto searching for them. Geez he's sleeping 1 minute and causing a ruckus the next minute calm down for a little said Shikamaru. Welcome to our world said Team 7 except for Naruto. There's no point in panicking before the day, resting is also a part of training said Shikamaru. Naruto stopped and started shaking. Hey Naruto, what's wrong? Asked Shikamaru. Naruto's stomach rumbled as he cried and I'm tears. I'm hungry said Naruto. Come on don't scare me like that said Shikamaru. Dear it's troublesome, but I brought these fruits for Choji said Shikamaru and gave a fruit basket to Naruto. He said Choji surprised. Doctor said he can't eat them so let's eat them together said Shikamaru. Choji he's hurt that bad said Naruto. Don't get the wrong idea, he ate too much barbec so his stomach is not feeling well said Shikamaru. Oh thank God said Choji. Typical Choji said Ino. Choza laughed. That sounds like Choji alright said Naruto laughing. Well girls don't visit guys like you said Shikamaru tossing him an apple. Looks good said Naruto but suddenly stopped and grinned. Let's eat them in front of Choji said Naruto. Naruto you bastard shouted Choji and pounced on Naruto. I'm sorry, Dadabayo said Naruto. In Lee's room Lee was sleeping and Sakura was beside him. She kept the flowers in a vase and went away. Then a shadow entered his room. Okay, this is creepy said Tenten. Gaara of the sand was beside Lee's prone body. Gaara clutched his in pain as he remembered the boy sensei saving him from his death. What? Thought everyone. Gaara summoned sand from his gourd and they made their way towards Lee's body. Where the hell am I? Asked Guy. Damn it said Niji. He didn't like the boy, but that did not mean he wanted him dead. They made their way towards Lee's neck. But suddenly he found himself unable to move. "My body won't move," said Gaara. "Hey you," said Naruto and punched the boy. "What the hell are you doing here?" asked Naruto. "Hey Naruto," said Shikamaru. "When I'm using my shadow imitation jutsu I move along with him, got it?" asked Shikamaru. "Thank you," said Lee, bowing to Naruto and Shikamaru. "Yes, my youthful comrades, thank you for saving my passionate student, I shall thank this youthfulness from the bottom of my heart," said Guy, bowing too. "Don't worry about it," said Naruto. "Troublesome," said Shikamaru and sighed. "Sorry Shikamaru," said Naruto sheepishly. Gaara's face cracked and sand fell on the floor. "What the hell is this?" asked Sasuke. "What are you trying to do?" asked Naruto as he and Shikamaru glared at him. "Hey, what are you trying to do to fuzzy brows?" asked Naruto, clutching his fist. "Why did you name me that, Naruto-kun?" said Lee in confusion. Thus said everyone, looking at his eyebrows, thick eyebrows. "I tried to kill him," said Gaara, as a matter of fact. "What?" asked Naruto and Shikamaru. "Is he a psychopath?" asked Tenten in disgust. "How can he remain so calm?" thought Shikamaru. "He shouldn't be able to move because of my shadow imitation jutsu," thought Shikamaru. "Why did you need to do that? You won the match, do you have some sort of personal grudge against him?" asked Shikamaru. "No," said Gaara. "I'm going to kill him because I want him dead," said Gaara. "That's the most selfish thing I've ever heard," said Naruto. "What the hell is wrong with this guy?" asked Kiba. "Yes, who the hell just kills because they want it," said Ino. "You grew up in a bad environment, didn't you? You're really egocentric," asked Shikamaru. "Actually this is weird, I'm getting chills, if he does something Naruto and me can't handle him," thought Shikamaru. "Geez, what should I do?" thought Shikamaru. "If you bother me, then I will kill you too," said Gaara. "Is he really a serial killer or something?" asked Kiba. "That's so evil," said Hinata, who had woken up by now. "What? Just try it then," said Naruto, readying his fist. "Hey, cut it out Naruto," said Shikamaru. "I guess I will bluff to see how he acts," thought Shikamaru. "Not bad, you have got the situational awareness unlike the idiot there," said Jiraiya. "Who did you call an idiot, old man?" asked Naruto in retort. "Stop it Naruto," said Kakashi. "We know you're strong since we saw your match with him, but this guy and me are pretty strong too," said Shikamaru. "We didn't show our strongest moves in the preliminaries and it's 2 versus 1. You're at a disadvantage," said Shikamaru. "If you listen to us, we will let you go," said Shikamaru. "I will say it once again, if you bother me, I will kill you," said Gaara. Shikamaru frowned. "This guy," thought Shikamaru. "You can't kill me," said Naruto. "I've been telling you to stop doing that, he's strong as a monster, you know that," said Shikamaru. "Yeah, keep telling him that, he's the kind of guy who doesn't fear a Sannin for God's sake," said Sakura. "He's fearless and stubborn," said Kiba. "I've a real monster inside me, I won't lose to him," said Naruto, smirking. "That's a secret you know," said Kakashi. "Not for me," said Naruto. "Don't piss him off, idiot," said Shikamaru. Naruto growled angrily. "The monster, then I'm the same," said Gaara. Shikamaru looked surprised. All the adults' eyes widened in hearing this, some of them gasped. "Soon as Jinchuriki," thought Shikaku. "As you said, I did not grow up in a nice environment, I took the life of a woman who was called my mother when I was born," said Gaara. "To become the ultimate shinobi my father used a ninja technique to bind an incarnate of sand to me," said Gaara. "I was a monster at birth," said Gaara. "The hell is he spouting?" said Kiba. "Like hell our Naruto is like him," said Sakura. "Yeah, he is just psychopath," said Choji. "Incarnate of sand," thought Shikamaru in fear. "It is called Shukaku and it was sealed in a kettle," said Gaara. "A monster in a kettle," said Hinata. "What the hell is he talking about? Is he insane?" said Tenten. "It is a living soul of an elder priest from the hidden village of sand," said Gaara. Shikamaru found his voice first. "Must be one of the binding techniques to bind a soul before birth," said Shikamaru. "To think that you guys would resort to such a thing, you guys are crazy," said Shikamaru. "What are you talking about, Shika?" asked Ino. "Just shut up and watch," said Shika, finally connecting the pieces together. "Up," protested Ino. Ino piped down, said Asuma, looking grave. Slowly Naruto too understood what Shikamaru meant, except Shikamaru didn't know anything about how crazy the hidden village inn was. Naruto knew because Naruto is a result of their insanity. "He has something inside of him too," said Naruto, suddenly looking scared. His face was slowly becoming pale. "That's not what a parent should do, what a twisted way to show love," said Shikamaru. "Love, don't measure me by your values," said Gaara. Naruto grew more scared as time passed. "Boy Naruto, why are you getting scares, you beat Kiba-sama," said Kiba and looked at Naruto only to find that he had the same look as the future Naruto. "Hey, are you alright pal?" said Kiba. Soon everyone took notice of how pale Naruto looked. "Hey, are you alright?" asked Sakura in concern. "Naruto-kun," said Lee. "What happened, dude?" asked Choji. "Pipe down guys, don't make it troublesome for him," said Shikamaru. But Shika said Ino. Then Naruto-kun thought Hinata in concern. Guys, that's enough, we still have to look at the story, said Kakashi. Family, let me tell you what kind of link I have with them, they are just lumps of meat linked by hatred and murderous intent, said Gaara. Said both of them. I stole my mother's life and was created to become the village's masterpiece, and as Kazukiya's son my father taught me secrets of ninja arts, I grew up being overprotected, spoiled and left alone, said Gaara. I thought that was love until that incident happened, said Gaara. That incident? Asked Shikamaru. What happened? Asked Naruto. Gaara looked up and grinned maliciously. These past 6 years, from when I was 6 my own father tried to assassinate me numerous times, said Gaara. But you said that he spoiled you, what do you mean? Said Shikamaru. A being that is too strong eventually becomes an embodiment of fear. Since I was born from the usage of a jutsu my mind was unstable. The idiots in my village finally noticed that my emotions were unpredictable, said Gaara. To the Kazukiage, my father I was the village's trump card, but at the same time I was a threat. After I turned 6, it seems that they classified me as a dangerous being, said Gaara. I was the village's dangerous tool, but still handled with care, said Gaara. Neji, Shino and Sasuke had connected the dots by now and looked at Naruto. I'm a relic of past they want to get rid of, so why do I exist and live? I asked myself that question, but I could not find an answer. But I needed those reasons while I'm still alive, or it would be the same as me being dead, said Gaara. What is he talking about? Asked Shikamaru. But Naruto understood what he was talking about. After all, he too wanted to go down that path once. Except for Kiba, slowly everyone began to get the hint. I understand he's the same as me, thought Naruto. How? Asked Kiba. But everyone else looked grave. And this is what I concluded, I exist to kill everyone other than me, said Gaara. What the hell? Asked Kiba. I finally found relief inside the fear of being assassinated at any time. By killing the assassins, I was able to realize my reasons to live, said Gaara. I fight for myself and only love myself, as long as I think that other people exist to make me feel that the world is wonderful, as long as there are people to kill in this world to make me experience the joy of living, my existence will remain, said Gaara. Shikamaru shook in fear. What is up with him? He's really out of it, thought Shikamaru. I was alone too, thought Naruto. I'm again telling you that this is a fucking invasion of privacy, shouted Naruto, standing up. But he was sweating bullets. He looked like a half-dead fish trying to resist his fish. He was panting hard. Sit down, Naruto, said Kakashi, warmly caressing his head. Did I miss something? Asked Kiba quietly to Shino. Shino whispered something to Kiba which made Kiba widen his eyes. I didn't know the reason to my existence and suffered, but Iruka-sensei acknowledged my existence, so I was finally able to feel like I was alive, thought Naruto. But he has been alone and felt alive by killing others, thought Naruto. Naruto tightened his fist and his body shook, he was sweating profusely and he looked about to fall down on any second. Such a guy exists, thought Naruto, and stared at Gaara's eyes. The worlds we live in are completely different, thought Naruto. There's no way I can beat a guy like him, thought Naruto. That dope is acknowledging defeat, thought Sasuke. Naruto stopped back, shaking. What's wrong, Naruto? Asked Shikamaru. Suddenly sand burst around Gaara, it floated around him and slowly rose in pillars. What? I should have immobilized him with my jutsu, thought Shikamaru. The sand suddenly launched itself at them. Naruto, hey, wake up, said Shikamaru as he watched Naruto looking at the sand in fear. Stop right there, said Guy. Everyone released a breath they were holding. Thanks, Guy, said Asuma. I owe you one in the future, said Kakashi. The matches are tomorrow, or do you want to get hospitalized today? Asked Guy. Suddenly Gaara clutched his head in pain. Don't leave me alone. It doesn't bleed, but it hurts here. What am I? Gaara slowly walked away, but at the doorstep he said. I will kill you guys for sure, you just wait, said Gaara. It ended, said Kurenai. Naruto collapsed on the floor. In an instant Kakashi was there to catch him. You alright? Asked Kakashi. What happened? Asked Sakura. Hey dope, said Sasuke. Should we take a break, Naruto-kun, said the Hokage. Naruto nodded. Then the cube showed something. Bonus story unlocked. Buruto Arc 2. Sweat story unlocked. Naruto meets Jiraiya. What are these? Asked Hiashi. I don't know, said the Sandame. Then what should we do? Asked Tenzo. Well, after 15 minutes we will see this Buruto. I have seen the Jiraiya part in story mode already, so we can save that for later, said Hiruzen. Wait, isn't Buruto the one who sent you this device? Asked Shikaku. Yes, that is why I'm curious, said Hiruzen. Have you calmed down, Naruto-kun? Asked the Sandame. Sorry for delaying you, Jiji, said Naruto, grinning. It's not a problem, let's see this Buruto then, shall we? Asked Hiruzen. Okay, said Naruto. Alright, let's go then, said Naruto. The girl wearing the red dress with the Chiha crest was looking at something. She had black hair and red glasses. Uchiha crest said Sasuke. Doesn't that mean said Shikamaru. Congratulations Sasuke said Kakashi. I'm a father said Sasuke. Who is the mother thought Sakura and Ino. The boy with yellow hair and whisker marks was drawing idiot in kanji on the Hokage monument. Idiot, you are still pranking even when you are an adult, said Sakura hitting him on his head. How do you know that it's me? Asked Naruto. Who else could it be? Asked Sakura. Buruto shouted a man and jumped atop the statue as Buruto jumped back. Wait, that boy is Buruto, the one who sent this? Asked Shikaku. Don't get carried away ridiculing your father, said a man with same blonde hair and whisker marks with blue eyes. His cape said 7th Hokage. Wait, is that said Kiba. Naruto became 7th Hokage said Sakura. Everyone went in silence. Yahoo, I'm the Hokage said Naruto. Yes, your youthful fire has shown you the way to the top Naruto-kun said Lee. No way, he is a dead last loser fated to be a failure, I can't accept this said Neji. Dude, I'm here and I have feelings and beside no matter what you say the future won't change the fact that I'm Hokage Dadabayo said Naruto. But that said Neji. Neji, sometimes you must accept the things as it is said Guy. Heh, not bad dope said Sasuke. Did I manage to kill Itachi? Thought Sasuke. See congratulation and Naruto-kun said Hinata. Wait, did you say that you're Boruto's father said Shikaku. Silence ensued again. I'm a father said Naruto in surprise. I have a family said Naruto. Jiraiya smiled. Congratulations Naruto-kun said Hiruzen. Naruto, well done, said Kakashi I smiling. Well, what do you know, you actually did it boy said Asuma. Kiba looked dejected. Don't worry Kiba, I'm sure you are a very good shinobi by now said Kurenai. You're the ridiculous one said Boruto and charged at Naruto who blocked the kick and punched him only for Boruto to disappear in smoke. Not bad said Inoichi. Like father like son said Tsume laughing. The shadow clone thought Naruto as he watched Boruto climb down Tsunade's head. What? Asked Jiraiya. Haim became the Hokage said the third equally surprised. Who is she? Asked Naruto. She is the third member of the Sannin and the strongest medic nin of the world, Tsunade Senju said Tenten. Kakashi's book and Asuma's cigarette dropped from their hands as they watched Boruto run down the statues. They saw something unbelievable. I become Hokage said Kakashi. No way said Asuma. What the hell is going on here suddenly, the things which were supposed to be impossible is happening? Asked Jiraiya. Idiots never learn their lesson said Sarada. SHH said Boruto. Boruto hid in a manhole. Sarada said Naruto landing behind her. Lord 7 said Sarada. Have you seen Boruto? Asked Naruto. That way said Sarada showing the wrong way to Naruto. Well what do you know? She is not a prick like you team said Naruto. An Uchiha who is not arrogant this is getting unbelievable said Jiraiya. Sasuke looked at the man and glared. You just wanted him to chase after you said Sarada. You're just upset that because he doesn't pay enough attention to you said Sarada. You're not going to be a good father, will you? Said Ino. Suddenly Boruto found himself paralyzed. Shadow paralysis jutsu said Sarada. Behind Boruto were Shikamaru Nara and his son Shikadai Nara. Is that you Shika? You became a father too said Ino. Congratulations brat said Shikaku. Boruto, don't make too much trouble for 7th, the Hokage is under a lot of pressure and that goes for his advisor, me said Shikamaru. No way said Shikamaru. This is impossible said Choji dropping his packet of chips. Lord Hokage has it rough dealing with you said Shikadai. That was just a shadow clone, the real old man is in the office said Boruto. If Lord 7th used Sage mode, he will find you in a flash said Shikamaru. What? Shouted Kakashi. What's up Kakashi? Asked Sasuke. Do you brat learn to use nature energy, said Jiraiya shocked. This is getting more and more unbelievable said Kurenai. What is that? Asked Choji. Long story short, it will make US rank in a flash said Asuma. What? How can he do something like that? Asked Neji. Sarada was sitting in a cafe with her friend Chocho. Hey, Chocho said Choji from a distance. Is that your daughter Choji? Asked Ino. Wow I too became a father huh said Choji. You look capable in the future said Choza. How embarrassing said Chocho. What's wrong with a grown-up eating potato chips as he walks around the town? Asked Sarada. That's normal for us said Choza. Sarada was standing in front of a photo with her in it. Where are you and what are you doing? Asked Sarada. Wait it's that photo, see the robe he is wearing said Jiraiya. That's the Akatsuki's dress code, isn't it? Asked Kakashi. What is that? Asked Naruto. A group of S-class missing nin who are hunting for Jinchuriki, people like you and Gaara, said Kakashi gravely. Now this future looks a bit normal said Jiraiya. You turn rogue said Naruto slowly. You're hunting for Naruto-kun said Lee sad. Why? Asked a broken Ino. No way said Sakura. Kiba pounced at him. "You traitor," said Kiba, and Sasuke pushed him away. Naruto was about to join him to give a poke in his ass as he promised, but both of them were paralyzed. "What are you doing?" asked Naruto to Shikamaru. "Look at the photo next to that," said the Nara. It was Sasuke and Sakura holding baby Sarada. "I marry Sasuke-kun, I marry Sakura," said both of them. "I'm not protecting him, but it looks like he had come back to the village," said Shikamaru. "Damn traitor," said Kiba and finally relented. "We are here to change the future anyway," said Shikaku drawling. Hiruzen nodded. "I'm disappointed in you, Sasuke," said Kakashi. "Nuo, I can't marry Sasuke-kun, why?" thought a broken Ino on the inside. All of them gave a cold look to Sasuke, even Naruto and Shikamaru who were sitting beside him. Sasuke suddenly found the screen more interesting than his comrades. "Hey mom, did dad wear glasses?" asked Sarada to Sakura. Ino whistled. "You grew up well, forehead girl," said Ino. "Hhhh, it means I don't marry Sakura-chan." "Damn you, Sasuke," said Naruto, dropping an I'm tears. "Well, not all fantasy can come true," said Kakashi. A certain Hyuga looked hopeful. "I don't think so, probably," said Sakura. "Holy shit," said Jiraiya. "Now what?" Jiraiya said. Hiruzen annoyed. "Look at that seal on her forehead," said Jiraiya. "No way," said Tenten. "But that said Tsume." "I don't believe this," said Asuma. "What is it?" asked Sakura, worried. "That seal is the strength of 100 seals, it is used by Tsunade-sama, and Tsunade-sama only," said Tenten enviously. "That means," said Shikamaru. "Yes, it looks like my cute genin has been apprenticed by Tsunade-hime," said Kakashi proudly. "Oh really?" asked Sakura disbelievingly. "But forehead really did," said Ino, finding it hard to believe. "Nice, Sakura-chan," said Naruto. "You're not sure even when you're her husband," said Sarada, glaring. "Hey, I was wondering. Your wife and daughter are having dinner, so where are you?" asked Choji. Sasuke shrugged, ignoring the cold eyes he received after being revealed as a traitor. "Why doesn't dad come home? You know where he is and what's he doing, don't you?" asked Sarada. "That again, I wonder what he is doing," said Sakura. "Please don't dodge the question, whenever I ask you this you always ignore it. How can you call yourself your wife?" said Sarada. "Sarada right now," said Sakura. "First you go rogue, then you ally yourself with a group that's trying to capture me, and finally you hurt Sakura-chan," said Naruto and drew 3 kunai. "I will need to give you 3 doses of Kakashi-sensei's ultimate Taijutsu to make sure you don't follow the same path in the future," Dadabayo said. Naruto and Sasuke immediately paled. "Not here, Naruto," said Kakashi. "But sensei," he said. Naruto. "Don't worry, after this is over, I personally will show him hell, I will make sure not to make the same mistake of taking it easy on him," said Kakashi. Sasuke finally looked for support in his future wife. "You deserve that, sorry Sasuke-kun," said Sakura. Sasuke hung his head in defeat. "Uchiha ego can't help you out of this one, boy," said Jiraiya, laughing. "Mom, are you really dad's wife?" asked Sarada. "What's with all this so suddenly?" said Sakura, irritated. "It's not sudden, I've been wondering for ages. Do you think you can keep on fooling me?" said Sarada. "You're acting weird today," said Sarada. "Seriously, where on earth are you, kid?" asked Asuma. "What's weird is your relationship with dad, and it's not just a bit, a lot," said Sarada. Sakura tightened her fists and punched the ground. Immediately the area around them shattered and was filled with craters. "Yes, she has definitely become an amazing second Tsunade," said Jiraiya, grimacing. "Holy shit," said Kiba. "If I were you I wouldn't anger Sakura-chan like this, Sasuke," said Naruto fearfully. Sasuke nodded. "Heh, not bad," said Tsume, praising the girl. "That's me," said Sakura, who was the most surprised. Sarada looked close to crying. "I'm sorry for raising my voice. When he's finished with his mission, dad will come home," said Sakura. "It looks like who is keeping me from coming back home is none other than you, Hokage-sama," said Sasuke. "No way, what the hell am I doing?" asked Naruto. Naruto shouted Sakura and bonked him hard on the head. "How do you know that?" asked Sarada, close to tears. "Maybe he has forgotten about us," said Sarada. Sarada cried. "Your dad and me are connected through our feelings," said Sakura, touching her forehead. "Don't worry," said Sakura. "How can you say that with such confidence?" asked Sarada. "Thank you for that," said Sasuke. "No problem," said Sakura, blushing. Kiba scoffed, still not over the fact that beside him was a future traitor. Suddenly the crack over the area spread and reached their house, then the house broke down in pieces. "No way, the loan isn't," said Sakura and fell down unconscious. "How hard did you punch the ground?" asked Shikamaru in surprise. Ino laughed. "The second Tsunade, she sure fits the criteria," said Sandaime. From the crash-down building Sarada managed to salvage some things. "Who is this?" said Sarada as she looked at the photo of her dad and his Akatsuki team. "Who are they?" asked Naruto. "Probably his team when he was in the Akatsuki," said Kakashi, giving Sasuke a cold look. Sasuke ignored it. "Who is the lady wearing glass? She has pretty red hair," said Choji. You're into girls with red hair, said Ino looking shocked. Dad, don't eat super size in front of your daughter in the morning, said Chocho. Well, if you don't eat now then you never will, that's the life of a shinobi, not that I will ever eat them, said Carrie. Holy shit, you really were into red hairs, said Ino. Not a bad choice, Choji, she looks pretty hot, said Kiba. Troublesome, said Shikamaru as Choji blushed. Hey Sarada, I have a feeling that I'm not really mom and dad's kid, said Chocho. She's definitely your daughter, Choji, said Shikamaru. Everyone's sweat dropped. I'm thinking of going on a journey to find my true mom and dad, you will come together with me, won't you? Asked Chocho. Sasuke activated his Sharingan and glared at Choji. Don't let your daughter give my daughter funny ideas, got it, Choji, said Sasuke. Choji nodded fearfully. On a wooden forest a lonely man was walking forward. His name was Sasuke Uchiha. Damn, he looks hot, thought all four of the girls, even Hinata. It's you, said Kiba, glaring at Sasuke. Drop it, Kiba, he is back now and that matters, so leave it alone for now, said Shikamaru. Kiba grumbled. Sasuke suddenly stopped and looked around. Then he breathed. Suddenly, he turned around and blocked a slash from chain and sickle with his sword. Look out, said Sakura. Sasuke then pushed him back up in air, he landed on a tree and then jumped at Sasuke. He struck with his chain with a metallic end, but Sasuke sidestepped swiftly. The man then swung his chain around a tree and it was Sasuke's blind spot. That attacker's good, said Hiashi. But Sasuke let it wrap around his sword instead of his body and kicked the airborne man in his back. The man let out a groan of pain as Sasuke made a hand seal using his hand that was on his sword and channeled lightning chakra to the metal blade which was conducted by the chain, shocking the boy. No way, said Naruto. He made a one-handed seal, said Kurenai. That's not all, said Jiraiya. What do you mean, Jiraiya-sama? Asked Inoichi. His hand is missing, it's well hidden by the cape, but I can still see it, said Hiruzen. No way, but how? Asked Naruto in shock. Probably in a battle or something. Happy now, I betrayed the village and in exchange lost an arm. Will that suffice for now, Kiba, said Sasuke. Kiba grumbled an okay distastefully. The boy landed on the ground burned by the lightning and Sasuke seeing this approached him. He stopped when he saw the Uchiha emblem on his coat's back. What? Growled Sasuke in anger. As the boy turned around he saw a Sharingan blazing in both of the boy's eyes. Sasuke looked a bit shocked. No way, said Jiraiya. What the hell is going on? Asked Asuma. That's my line, someone else survived the massacre, said Sasuke. That's a real Sharingan, I can tell that much, said Kakashi. But how? Asked Hiruzen. Sasuke activated his own Sharingan. Who are you? Asked Sasuke, but the boy disappeared in a gust of leaf. Well, it looks like one hell of a story is going to be revealed here, said Jiraiya. Shikamaru, how many headbands do we need to order again? Asked Naruto sitting on the Hokage's desk. I'm sitting on that desk, said Naruto. This still doesn't make any sense, said Neji. Well, if he knows sage arts then being the Hokage is nothing for him, said Guy. Are they really that fearsome? Asked Tenten. I nodded. I can take care of that stuff like that, so you should, said Shikamaru. They looked back to see a weird sound. They saw a hawk standing outside the window. It's Sasuke's hawk, said Naruto. Cool, a hawk summon, said Lee. That's my summon, interesting, said Sasuke. That guy is so analog, said Shikamaru. It looks like I don't hold any hatred for you, said Shikamaru. Yeah, said Kakashi. It's good to see you repent for your crimes, said Kiba. But I still haven't done anything and we don't know what I have done yet, said Sasuke irritated. 80% of Sasuke's missions take him to places where he can't charge his devices, give him a break, said Naruto. What type of missions are you doing? And what is a device? Asked Asuma. Maybe the science has evolved. The village looks different too, said Shibi. This is, said Naruto as he turned serious while reading the sent note. He must have sent a note about that encounter, reasoned Hiashi. Yes, it's plausible, said Shikaku. What is it, Naruto? Didn't I tell you I would be in leave? Asked Kakashi on the telephone. It's you, sensei, said Sasuke. What happened to your Sharingan? Asked Guy. I don't know, said Kakashi looking surprised. I see, said Kakashi turning serious. If this guy does have the Sharingan it seems impossible. In first place he's an Uchiha survivor or someone connected to him, said Kakashi. Orochimaru, said Jiraiya. He's still alive, said Kiba snarling. So you've seen him, said a voice. So how was he? Sasuke Uchiha asked the voice. Strong, really strong, said the boy. That's nothing like his true power, the power of Sasuke Uchiha's Sharingan, that is, said the voice. Really, said Kiba. In case you didn't notice, in the earlier fight he didn't use his Sharingan, said Shikamaru. That's true, said Choji. Damn, you've probably become strong as hell, kid, said Asuma. Sharingan, he killed Itachi, said the boy. Sasuke jumped back in shock and tears gathered in his eyes. I killed him, I avenged my clan, said Sasuke smiling. Hey you alright team said Naruto. I actually managed it said Sasuke. Damn you killed that Itachi said Asuma. Not bad at all kid said Jiraiya. Hiruzen however looked grim. He's unforgivable, must kill said the boy. Are they his relatives or something said Inoichi. I don't give a damn anymore, I killed him, said Sasuke happily and finally started eating his chicken dish. Everyone looked shocked seeing the Sasuke. It hasn't happened yet though said Kakashi sweat dropped. You look unyouthful creepy Sasuke-kun said Lee. The food in the lunch box will is gonna get all mixed up, said Chocho panting. Where are this two going now? Asked Tenten. Sasuke glared at Choji. I told you to said Sasuke. But she's not even born yet said Choji. Suddenly the white-haired boy appeared in front of them. Sasuke and Choji looked angry. If this guy does anything to my daughter said Choji. Don't lay hand on my daughter, I won't give a damn if you are an Uchiha or not. I will kill you said Sasuke. Shanro shouted Sakura. See calm down both of you said Naruto. He looked at them with his Sharingan. Sarada seemed terrified. Those eyes who are you? Asked Sarada. Shin Uchiha said the boy. My dad and I are supposed to be the only survivors of the Uchiha clan said Sarada. Let's start with the popcorns then said Choza. Yeah, the story is getting interesting to say the least said Kakashi. Denzo again handed out food to them. How can you stay so calm when your granddaughter is in danger said Choji. Relax, we can see something you can't cute Genins can't see, said Kakashi revealing his Sharingan. You are seriously going to use Sharingan for this Kakashi-senpai? Asked Tenzo. We are going to see an S-rank shinobi in action said Kakashi. Shin Uchiha brought out a scroll. Come with me said Shin. Sarada pushed her glasses upwards. And if I refuse said Sarada. My father said to bring you said Shin. His word absolute said Shin and opened the scroll. It revealed a Fuma shuriken attached to a chain. I'm taking you with me said Shin. What are you going to do with me after you kidnap me? Asked Chocho. Everyone's sweat dropped. Shin hurled the shuriken at them and they jumped. Sarada's hand was preoccupied by the lunch box, so she threw 3 kunai at him. He blocked them with his chain. Sarada stepped on the chain connected to the Fuma shuriken while landing disabling his weapon. Not bad, your kid is pretty impressive said Shikaku. Sasuke smirked. Chocho shouted Sarada and Chocho was already behind him. Partial expansion jutsu said Chocho and expanded her hand and then she slammed it at him. Your daughter is better than you said Ino. Not bad, you produced a fine girl son said Choza. Shin jumped up and tangled the chain he was holding to Chocho's hand and pushed Chocho and Sarada off throwing them to the ground. You aren't needed said Shin and launched himself at Chocho. Oh no shouted Choji. However a hand pulled Chocho off the ground, saving her just in the nick of the time. Suddenly someone appeared behind Sarada surprising her. Isn't this a bit much said the man who had the 7th Hokage cape on him. Thanks Naruto said Choji. Wait how did you get too fast? Asked Kiba. That is me said Naruto. For a kids fight said Naruto smirking. Lord 7 said Sarada. I think my village's kids are well behaved but said Naruto. Sakura and Ino whistled and Hinata blushed. Damn that was pretty cool entrance said Tenten. No way said Kiba. Well, he is the Hokage. What did you expect? Asked Shikaku. Shin stood up glaring at Naruto with his Sharingan. Sharingan I see you're the one said Naruto. You're taking it pretty easy aren't you? Asked Sasuke. He treated me so roughly complained Chocho. Sorry, but I'm gonna have to keep you restrained I've some questions for you said Naruto. Suddenly Shin's eye switched to a Mangekyo pattern. What? Shouted Sasuke in surprise. No way Mangekyo whispered Kakashi. That kid is more dangerous than I thought said Hiruzen. What is this Sasuke-kun? Asked Sakura. Sasuke hesitated before finally relenting. This is an advanced type of Sharingan which can be only activated after you meet some conditions you have to kill your best friend to unlock it said Sasuke. What? Asked Kiba. And its power is not normal either, it gives the user special types of power said Kakashi. My brother killed the whole clan to gain this said Sasuke with voice laced with hatred. You sure you can handle this Naruto said Shikamaru. There is no way a failure like you can handle something this said Niji. Not necessary, if not used by a skilled user, then it will do nothing said Hiruzen. And besides the kid is Hokage for Kami's sake. And a Hokage can't lose to a 12-year-old kid said Jiraiya. I see Mangekyo Sharingan too said Naruto and his expression turned grave. Then his body started glowing with yellow flames. Then I can't go easy on you said Naruto as his transformation completed. What the hell is this? Asked Kiba in awe. It's the Kyuubi's power said Hiruzen in surprise. You managed to become a perfect Jinchuriki said Shikaku. I don't know said Naruto as popcorn fell from his mouth. His eyes gasped Jiraiya. But that said Hiruzen. What now? Asked Sasuke groaning. His eyes you became a perfect sage. How? Asked Jiraiya. What does that mean Guy-sensei? Asked Lee. Normally when using sage mode some part of my body becomes like Toad's, especially my nose and freckles said Jiraiya. You said Sakura. But that kid only has his eyes change, although it looks different from a perfect sage mode, but that means you have went further than that said Jiraiya. Kyuubi's power and evolved sage mode gasped Hiashi. No, a failure destined by fate, this just can't be possible, said Neji slowly breaking down. All of the people in the room looked at Naruto like crazy. How far have you gone Naruto thought Sasuke clutching his fist tightly. Don't look at me see the future me said Naruto. Unnoticed by Naruto the Fuma shuriken behind Naruto slowly broke in pieces and charged at Naruto from air. Watch out shouted Hinata. It will be fine said Jiraiya. Chakra arms of moderate size suddenly came out of Naruto's cape and caught them all. Unbelievable said Kiba. Who would have thought you would be this powerful said Ino looking at Naruto disbelievingly. I am super awesome said Naruto said awed. How? Croaked Neji. Your flames of youth said La. He is not young anymore Lee said Tenten. Remote control of weapons so that's your power said Naruto without even looking back. Frog Kumite said Jiraiya. How the hell does this kid has 6 pass power thought Kurama watching from inside. You've become stronger Naruto said Kakashi. Naruto's mindscape. There was a giant 9-tailed fox sitting there beside Naruto. The Kyuubi gasped soon. That's the said Sakura. Why is it not sealed? Asked Jiraiya. But why has it not escaped? Asked Tenzo. Naruto are we gonna let loose for once? Asked Kurama. It looks like you actually tamed the beast, said Hiruzen amazed. I just don't believe it said Neji. Nor do I thought Kurama from Naruto's gut. I'm really awesome said Naruto giving him a toothy grin. Nobody had any words for the blonde anymore. Just a little said Naruto grinning. Chakra flared around Naruto as the chakra arms grew bigger, blowing away a gust of dust by the shockwave of its power. Sarada is this, what they say is inside Lord Seventh's body? Asked Chocho shocked. Yeah the tailed beast the 9 tails power said Sarada as their hair blew in the wind. This is just amazing said Asuma. I guess why you will need the Sharingan my rival said Guy. You've become a man said Kurenai smiling proudly. Thanks said Naruto. Go easy, okay? Asked Naruto. What a real pain said Kurama. The tailed beast going easy said Inoichi. Damn you kid, looks like you have made buddies with the Kyuubi said Shikaku. Otherwise you wouldn't dare talk to a beast like this said Jiraiya. Then 2 chakra arms went towards Shin dodged, but the second one changed direction and Shin barely managed to dodge. Look at all that massive chakra and he controls it so accurately said Sarada as a chakra hand threw away Shin's Fuma shuriken from his hand and knocked him back. How do you have that great chakra control said Kurenai. Are you watching Minato sensei? Thought Kakashi. What are you said Sasuke. Amazing said Kiba. Shin quickly jumped away again from a hand, now standing above a gate. Nicely countered, kid you're well trained said Naruto. Wow, I knew that Lord Seventh was super strong, but he's even more amazing when you see him in actual combat, said Chocho. His dazzling presence could he be? Asked Chocho. What? Thought Sarada. No way thought everyone, your father's Choji kid, like it or not. A small creature landed beside Shinichi. It had the Mangekyo Sharingan too. What is that? Asked Sasuke. This is the power of the 9 tails of the 7th Hokage, known as the greatest shinobi of his time said the creature. You're what? Asked Sasuke. What a drag I won't be surprised anymore said Shikamaru. The greatest shinobi damn I still can't believe it said Asuma. That looks like I surpassed you team said Naruto. Shut up this time will be different said Sasuke gritting his teeth. Looks like you truly achieved your dream said Hiruzen. Naruto you're too badass right now said Ino. Yes, I'm proud to think that we have the privilege of sitting with such an amazing guy, said Shino. Naruto blushed. Technically, he still hasn't achieved it, said Kiba grumbling. To be able to see it with these eyes is an unexpected bonus said the creature. Shin nodded. Retreat for now Shin said the creature. You can't take him on yourself said the creature and activated a Dojutsu space-time manipulation. Both of them disappeared. He disappeared said Sarada. No way said Jiraiya. That's a better space-time jutsu than the 4th said Hiashi. This just keeps getting better and better said Kakashi eating his popcorn. The transportation technique? Asked Naruto and his cloak of chakra disappeared. I guess that's it said Naruto sighing. Could you be my real dad Lord Seventh? Asked Chocho. What are you saying all of a sudden? Asked Naruto. Well, your daughter's providing a good comedy said Shikamaru. Chocho took his hand and placed it on her head. It's not quite the same said Chocho. Naruto looked confused. So, what's going on Dadabeo? Asked Naruto. Why is your arm covered in bandage? Asked Jiraiya. I don't know, said Naruto. Anyway, who was the just now? This journey was all about finding my dad, but am I the fair maiden that everyone's fighting over? Asked Chocho, covering her body with her hands. Your kid's a bit too much delusional, said Asuma, sweat dropping. Choji had to concede that point. No, you're probably not their target, Chocho, said Naruto. It's probably Sarada they are after, said Naruto, looking at Sarada. Who were they? They said they were Uchiha, said Sarada. She looked worried. Naruto smiled and walked towards her, then placed her hands atop her head. You don't have to worry about a thing, I'll protect you, said Naruto, giving her a foxy grin. Sarada grinned back in relief. Well, as it is I can't send you back to the village, both of you come with me. I think that'll be the safest, said Naruto. With you, alright, said Chocho. Actually, I'm on my way to meet Sasuke, whom I haven't seen in a while. I know he'll probably be happy to see you too, said Naruto. Sarada looked up hopefully with a pink blush on her face. Oh yeah, I came to deliver this to you, said Sarada, handing him the lunchbox. Oh? Asked Naruto. You are so mature, said Ino, looking at Naruto in a new light. This can't be Naruto, said Kiba. He looks around 30, Kiba, of course he will be different, said Shikamaru. But still, who would have thought that this dork would grow up to be such an I don't know what to say, said Sakura. Yeah, I'm so awesome, said Naruto, still grinning madly because of his future success. All three of them were eating lunch sitting in a grass field. Sarada's papa, originally this was supposed to be a trip to find my dad, said Chocho. Did Choji go somewhere? Asked Naruto. Their kid's trying to change the truth, said Shikamaru. You must be a really uncool father, Choji, said Ino. Hey, how come it's my fault, said Choji. What's your dad like? I've never met him, even once, asked Chocho. Sarada looked down on the ground depressed. I don't remember him, said Sarada coldly. That's cold, said Choji. Seriously, why have you left your family behind? Asked Lee. Sasuke ignored him and looked on his screen. That's right, he's been out traveling the whole time, said Naruto. Naruto turned to the solemn Sarada. Let's see here, said Naruto. If I were to describe him, said Naruto, and Sarada looked at him with an indescribable expression of curiosity, nervousness and fear. He was always popular with the Kunoichi at the academy just like me, said Naruto. You're not, said Ino. Everyone laughed at Naruto's lie and Naruto himself looked sheepish. And he was quite handsome just like me, said Naruto, looking thoughtful. How did you come to that conclusion? Asked Shikamaru, amused. I think he's cute, quite handsome, thought Hinata, but was unable to express it. Hey, I'm not that bad, said Naruto. Seriously, Naruto, that's what you came with? Asked Sakura. Give it up, man, people like us will never be popular, no matter how much we tried, said Jiraiya in sympathy. I'm not like you, pervert, said Naruto. Hey, how did you come to the conclusion of me being a pervert? Asked Jiraiya. Everyone else scoffed. You are constantly glancing at Kurenai-sensei and Kiba's mother in that way, said Naruto. What? Asked Kiba and Asuma. Asuma quickly protected Kurenai from Jiraiya's viewpoint. Kiba looked ready to kill him, but Asuma just shrugged, knowing that the Sannin wouldn't dare try anything on her. You never learn, do you, Jiraiya? Asked Hiruzen, sighing. Sakura and Ino looked at the man in disgust. Hey, that was a lie. Brat, why are you selling me out? Asked Jiraiya. Alright, that's enough. Let's see what the future has in store for us, said Shikaku, sighing. Plus, he always got the top grade in ninjutsu, just like me, said Naruto. There can't be two toppers, Naruto, said Kakashi, sweat dropping. Isn't it usually just one top scorer? Sounds suspicious, said Chocho. Sarada smiled. But, he was surly, antisocial, arrogant and rude, totally not like me, said Naruto. Sarada looked depressed. Hey, shouted Sasuke in indignation. Well, he is not wrong, said Kakashi. He described you perfectly, said Shikamaru. In other words, he is my rival and that stands even now, said Naruto, smirking. Sarada looked at Naruto, surprised. Sarada, looking at you previously reminded me a lot of Sasuke and Sakura from back in the day, said Naruto. Oh, said Sarada. Sasuke doesn't wear glasses, but your eyes are just like his. But your presence is a lot like Sakura-chan, like how you might be really scary when you snap, said Naruto. Don't worry. No matter how far apart you are or how long you haven't seen him, it doesn't change the fact that you're his daughter, said Naruto. Sarada grinned at him happily. All of the genins looked amazed, and the others smiled at Naruto's maturity. Naruto himself remained oblivious to his surroundings. Thanks, said Sasuke slowly. What? Asked Naruto. A tick mark appeared on Sasuke's forehead. Naruto, thanks for that, said Sakura. Whatever you say, Sakura-chan, said Naruto, giving her a thumbs up. Orc, thought everyone. He has a long way to go, muttered Jiraiya to Sandaime, who nodded. Sarada was standing in front of a tower panting. She slowly opened the door and went inside. In the dark room the only thing visible was the Sharingan. Wait, she already unlocked the Sharingan, said Sasuke. That's not a good sign, said Kakashi. So that's the Uchiha clan's Dojutsu, said Niji. She walked to the pillar where a candle was lit. Then she heard a sound. She looked behind to see a cloaked figure with black eyes make her way towards her. Everyone looked on in anticipation. Tears swelled up in her eyes as she looked at her dad. Dad, said Sarada, but was interrupted by Sasuke. I'm impressed that you found me. Are you one of them, said Sasuke. Sarada looked on in disbelief as Sasuke drew his katana and pointed it at her. Everyone looked at Sasuke like he was a madman. Sasuke himself looked quite disturbed. What the hell is wrong with you? Asked Kiba. That's not what someone says to a child, said Choza. How socially inept are you? Asked Naruto. I'm honestly don't know what to say to you, said Shikamaru, sighing. Wait, you don't even know your child's face, said Jiraiya. That's so unyouthful, said Lee. Kakashi himself was socially inept like Sasuke at his age, so he didn't know what to say to him. Alright, the video ended here, said Hiruzen. On to the next one I guess, said Shikaku. Sarada went after Naruto. Asked Sakura sitting on a hospital bed. At least according to Shikamaru, said a black-haired lady wearing a black kimono. Isn't that Shizune, said Jiraiya. So it means Haim did become the 5th Hokage, said Hiruzen. Who is she, Hokage-sama? Asked Ino. She is a disciple of Tsunade-sama, which means she is your future senpai, Sakura, said Sandaime. Shanro, I still can't believe that I become Tsunade-sama's apprentice, maybe that's why Sasuke-kun married me. I see, nodded Sakura. Maybe, if I become Tsunade-sama's apprentice, Sasuke-kun will choose me over forehead girl, thought Ino. Where is she headed? Asked Sakura. Shizune quickly stopped her from getting out of bed. Who said you can get out of bed? I think she just wants to ask Sasuke some questions. She had an old photo of him with his ex-partner, said Shizune. Sakura looked surprised. So, she knows about the photo, said Sakura. Can you blame her? She is old enough to wonder about her father, said Shizune. Definitely, if it forced her to awaken her Sharingan, said Hiruzen. Do you need to see something horrifying to awaken the Sharingan, said Tenten. Yes, as far as I know, Fugaku awakened it after he watched his clansmen lose their arms, said Hiashi. That was some bitter memory, said Jiraiya. You two knew my father, said Sasuke, narrowing his eyes. Jiraiya looked at him. He was under my team alongside Hiashi and Minato, didn't he tell you that, said Jiraiya. My father was under this pervert, thought Sasuke in disgust. Sasuke didn't show his emotions and just nodded. I thought our clans were rivals, said Sasuke to Hiashi. Clans are our responsibilities as clan head, that doesn't mean however we personally hated each other, said Hiashi, stoic as always. Let's get back on the topic, so she awakened her Sharingan because she grieved over her missing father, that much, said Tsume. Probably, said Shibi. I had a feeling that if Sasuke was nearby, she'd get embroiled in conflicts too, said Sakura. I mean the Sharingan can also draw in sadness, said Sakura. What do you mean? Asked Sasuke to Sakura with narrowed eyes. Don't ask me, Sasuke-kun, I don't know anything about the Sharingan, said Sakura. None of the seasoned veterans missed Sandaime's flinch. Sarada was standing there shaking in fear, and behind her was a pillar cornering her. Sasuke held his katana directly in front of her face in parallel position. Then he stabbed his blade on the side of the pillar beside her face, making her flinch. Tears were gathering at her eyes. Hey, are you seriously doing this? Asked Choji. He is your daughter, dude, said Kiba in disgust. Sasuke didn't say anything, although he looked paler than before. I swear, team, if you do anything ridiculous to hurt Sakura-chan, I'm going to, said Naruto. Oh please, Kami, save my daughter, thought Sakura, praying while joining her hands. Sarada saw her father's hand slowly reaching for her throat. She couldn't take it anymore. Dad, shouted Sarada, closing her eyes momentarily as tears dropped down her face. Sasuke stopped. All of the rookies let out a breath they didn't know they were holding. Dear Sarada? Asked Sasuke, looking quite shocked. Nodded Sarada. You really hadn't even remembered her face, that's pretty low. I don't know what kind of mission you have to be assigned to do this, said Tenten. You have it pretty rough too, said Choji. Even then, it's irresponsible for you to not even check up upon her, Dadabayo, said Naruto. I have to admit that Sasuke-kun, muttered Sakura quietly, although torn between complaining and sticking up to him. Shut up, like you could do any better than me, said Sasuke to Naruto. When I will have a child I will always keep him happy no matter what, Dadabayo, said Naruto. I think Naruto-kun will be a good dad, thought Hinata. You Genins are too young to discuss about the process of child making, Naruto, said Kakashi, giggling as he alternated between looking at the cube screen and his favorite book. Only Kakashi can do that. What are you talking about, you pervert? I was not thinking about that, Dadabayo, asked Naruto, blushing as he pointed his finger towards Kakashi accusingly. TCH, said Sasuke, annoyed at everyone. Even he didn't know why he was like that in future. Sure, he was cold, but that didn't mean that he would be cold enough to flat out ruin his daughter's life. He knew what it was to suffer from loneliness, so why was his future version doing this? Sasuke slowly withdrew his hand, he looked like he wanted to say something, but moved his face away with an almost sad expression on his face. I see, said Sasuke. Sarada looked up to her father. I knew right away that you were my dad, said Sarada. Sasuke didn't say anything, Sarada's Sharingan disappeared. Sasuke removed his blade from the pillar and sheathed it back. The door slowly opened, lighting the room as Sasuke looked back. There you are, said Naruto as he entered the room. Sarada, would you run off like that? Asked Chocho. Oh, said Chocho as he looked at Sasuke. So handsome, thought Chocho. Back off, girl, shouted Sakura. You keep your daughter away from my darling, got it, said Ino angrily poking Choji. But she has not even taken birth yet, said Choji. Huh, Sasuke-kun is mine, Ino pig, didn't you see the future, said Sakura. We are here to change the future, aren't we? I will steal him away from you, ugly forehead girl, said Ino haughtily. What did you say? Asked Sakura angrily, and both girls were about to start their fight but were physically stopped by their Jonin sensei. Sasuke ignored them. I'm gonna get a talk from dad later for this, why is she like this, thought Asuma as he stopped Ino from moving out from her place and embarrass herself further. Fangirls, thought Tenten, rolling her eyes. Sorry I'm a little late, Sasuke, said Naruto walking towards him. Naruto, what's going on? Why did you bring children with you, said Sasuke frowning, but his rant was interrupted. His hand was on Chocho's head. That bitch, shouted both of the fangirls. I'm gonna murder your girl Choji, no, I will murder you before you give birth, said Ino angrily as her hair started waving in air. How dare she touch my Sasuke-kun, said Sakura. See, calm down, Sakura-chan, said Naruto, but was instead punched down on the ground by her fiery fist. TCH, said Sasuke, clearly a bit annoyed. Troublesome, said Shikamaru as he watched the Yamanaka beating the hell out of his poor friend. I'm sorry but I can't save you, Choji, thought Shikamaru, and like a smart man stayed out. Why are you angry, Pinky? You have done the deed with him, right, that's how you gave birth, right, said Jiraiya. Jiraiya, don't pollute their minds, said Sandame sighing. Oh deed Kaya, shouted Sakura, blushing like mad as she clutched her head. Sasuke for once showed the face of absolute despair after suffering from Itachi's genocide. Damn it, Sasuke, why do you get to do that, said Naruto. Kakashi was busy trying to not imagine adult Sasuke exiled Sakura. He was not that shameless. Ino's temper needlessly was about to rise and she was about to really finish the poor chubby boy off, but Asuma stopped her. Yeah, I'm gonna get it from dad later, said Asuma sighing. They bring bad name to old Kunoichi. How did that pink girl made Tsunade-sama's apprentice, said Tenten soft enough that nobody except Niji heard her, who was busy trying to accept the reality of the future. This feels right, but maybe the touch was a bit firmer, said Chocho. What's going on? Asked Sasuke. Sarada clenched her fists. I came to see you, Dad, shouted Sarada. It drew everyone's attention. I found out Lord Seventh was meeting up with you, so I followed him, said Sarada. Everyone had calmed down by now. There's something I really want to ask you, asked Sarada. Something you want to ask me, said Sasuke. Yes, nodded Sarada. Well, is mom my real mom, asked Sarada. Holy cow, gasped Kiba. No way, you are even involved in adultery now, said Shikamaru. Sasuke twitched. Nothing has been confirmed of yet, said Sasuke calmly. Sakura had placed her hands on her mouth in shock. But it's understandable why she would ask this. Nazanara, she had been always alone with her mom, who wouldn't tell anything about her father, who never came to visit her at least once, said Shino. Ig guess, said Hinata. Yeah, for her perspective it does look fishy, said Choji. The scene shifted to Konoha Hospital. I see, so Sarada had the Sharingan for that long? Asked Shizune. Emotional trauma triggers the awakening of the Sharingan, perhaps without knowing, Sasuke's absence affected her deeply, said Shizune to Sakura, who was looking outside through the window. Judging by your reaction, you didn't tell her about the others in the old photography either, said Shizune. Sarada is very conscientious, if she ever found out Sasuke-kun was an enemy of the Hidden Leaf at one time, said Sakura. You bastard, said Kiba with venom drooling in his tongue. Sasuke couldn't truly understand why he chose to do such stupid actions in the future, but otherwise ignored him. Everyone was staring at Sasuke with contempt in their eyes. But why would you do this, Sasuke-kun? Asked Ino. I thought we went over this, it has still not happened. You guys should stop now, said Kakashi. It doesn't change the fact that he not only turned rogue, but also joined the enemy, said Kiba. Which has still not happened, Kiba, you are the only one who is embarrassing yourself here, said Kurenai. No matter how unyouthful action Sasuke-san has taken in the future doesn't mean he can't be forgiven. Clearly, Naruto-kun and the others in the future trust him enough to give him such an important mission which kept him away from his family, said Guy. Calm down everyone, this is too much of a drag, but according to the future, we do need him. And he is also loyal shinobi to Konoha in the future probably said Shikaku. Why are you guys holding grudges over something that will never happen again, said Shikamaru sighing. This seems foolish said Shibi. Let's stop this and continue watching the video said Inoichi. But said Kiba. Shut up Kiba growled Tsume dangerously. Needless to say he shut up after that. Why this happening to me, don't do anything stupid future me. Otherwise my character might not live to see the future thought Sasuke as he ignored Naruto's glare. His facial expression betrayed nothing. Just because the others were pacifying the situation didn't mean they trusted him. Sasuke knew that. But now, he's traveling around the world for the good of the village said Shizune. See, I told you, you should let some things go Nasanara said Shino. Okay I know man said Kiba still a bit grumpy, but not grumpy enough to listen to Shino's ridiculous long speech. Even if you kept it secret, she would find out eventually, it was the same even when she was born said Shizune. The Nara clan leader frowned at what was being implied, many others noticed this, even his son. Fortunately nobody except he, Shino, and Niji picked up on what was being said. Maybe you should have more faith in Sarada said Shizune. I'm a failure as a mother said Sakura. Even the current Sakura looked a bit put off about this. It's not your fault Sakura-chan. There are certain things you needn't to reveal as a shinobi that easily, this was something that was bound to happen anyway, said Kakashi softly. HN this is my problem. You don't need to concern yourself with this said Sasuke uncharacteristically. No she is her daughter from the future you know, of course she will worry thought Kakashi. Sasuke said Sakura cheering up. Shanro, doesn't this mean he is concerned about me? Team, what are you talking about? And get away from Sakura-chan said Naruto as oblivious as always. Please answer me, is she my real mom? Asked Sarada. What happened? Asked Sasuke calmly. Sarada glared at him. What happened? You're never around, why wouldn't you live with your wife and your daughter, do you even care that you've forgotten your daughter's face? Asked Sarada angrily. She then took out the photo. Who's the woman next to you wearing the same kind of glasses as me? Asked Sarada. Ah, so that's what's going on said Jiraiya. Do you think this is something a daughter can ask her mom? Asked Sarada. Hey that photo is said Naruto as he squinted his eyes. I'm not really into situations like these said Chocho as she clanked closer to Naruto. Mom doesn't say anything and you're never around. I can't trust either one of you. This whole thing is a mess ranted Sarada. Yeah, this is pretty horrible said Tenten. You could have gone back just once or twice to Konoha said Lee. Where have you been and exactly what have you been doing all this time, Dad? Asked Sarada. Sasuke slowly moved his head to the side. It has nothing to do with you said Sasuke. You're kidding right said Choza sighing. That's what you say seriously, your Uchiha egoism is too much said Jiraiya. You do know that makes you horrible father right said Tenten. Tenten is an orphan, so she is sensitive to things like this thought Niji. That's unyouthful said Lee. Sasuke flat out ignored everyone. Team doesn't even know how to talk properly. That's why I said to join a communication 101 course database said Naruto. Shut up Dobe said Sasuke. You should go to kindergarten and learn to talk to others before you become a shinobi of my caliber, said Naruto laughing. A shinobi who can't make a simple clone said Sasuke seething, not chiding back due to the fact he did feel horrible for saying that to his future daughter who had been storing up her frustrations for years. Mama, as I told you there are things that can't be said no matter what said Kakashi. Yeah, stop harassing Sasuke said Sakura. Even if it meant hurting your own daughter emotionally said Tenten. Well guessing from how Sasuke reacted to Sarada-chan near in the future the mission probably is a top secret so he couldn't really had reveal its contents that easily said Kurenai. But you could have phrased it better kiddo, you talk like an introvert in the future or even now for the fact of the matter said Asuma. Tears gathered in her eyes as she was forced to close them. Just forget it said Sarada and ran out. Hey called out Naruto after her. That was way insensitive of you, I thought for a moment that you might be my dad, but that's impossible said Chocho and ran after Sarada. That's what we've been saying from the beginning thought everyone watching it. Don't you think you should tell Sarada at least about why you won't return to the village, said Naruto as Sasuke looked towards him. I told you something was going on said Kakashi. Flashback start. Adult Sasuke and Naruto were looking on towards the village of the Leaf from the window of a very high building. Are you leaving already? Asked Naruto. I'll send word if I find something said Sasuke. It wouldn't hurt to stop by your house, would it? Asked Naruto. The existence of a threat like Kagaya, who nearly destroyed the world, could rise again if we're not diligent said Sasuke. So, who is Kagaya-sensei? Asked Ino. Never heard of her said Asuma looking towards his father. I've never heard of this woman either said Hiruzen. But what did you mean when you said it nearly destroyed the world said Yamato looking at Sasuke who shrugged. Maybe it happened in the future said Inoichi. We can't afford to ignore any trace of it, said Sasuke. It was a peace which was secured through the huge sacrifices, after all, said Naruto. Peace, you mean to say the 5 nations are finally allied? Jano, said Jiraiya expectantly. I don't know, it could mean many things, said Hiruzen. So this Kagaya person was so strong that all the nations were forced join hands to crush her, said Kakashi. It's hard to believe such a person exists, said Hiashi skeptically. Yeah, I don't believe that the stoner lightning bastards will ever accept Leaf's help, said Tsume snarling. Not even a miracle can make this possible, Jiraiya-sama, said Choza sadly. This is also a journey of atonement for me, said Sasuke. Ah, so that's why you don't want to involve your daughter in this, said Shikamaru. Not like it changes anything, said Kiba stubbornly. Hey you, why you are so angry when we don't even know why or exactly even what he did, said Tenten. He joined our enemy, that's reason enough for me. But at least it's good to see you repent for your sins, said Kiba snarling. Sasuke evolved his Uchiha egoism to the next level and remained emotionless, like always, ignoring the conversation and stared intently at his future self. No one has any bitterness towards you anymore, said Naruto laughing. Really, said Kiba surprised. Sasuke didn't look convinced at all. Come on Sasuke, together we can, said Naruto, but Sasuke interrupted him. You protect the village as the Hokage. I'm the only one with a Rinnegan who can search for traces of Kagaya. You do what you're supposed to do and I'll do what I'm meant to do. Isn't this the collaboration you always wanted, said Sasuke and walked towards the exit. Why you what? Asked Jiraiya, dramatically pointed at Sasuke, who narrowed his eyes at the man. What happened, old man? Asked Naruto. You passes those eyes, said Asuma. What are you talking about, Asuma-sensei? Asked Shikamaru. Yes, I don't quite understand, said Kurenai. I've heard rumors about them too, said Hiashi. Me too, I've read about them somewhere, said Shikaku. Don't keep us in the dark, unyouthful guys, said Guy. Yes, please give us a heated explanation, said Lee. What I possess, Rinnegan, asked Sasuke as he repeated his future's words in his mind. Rinnegan, the eyes of the Sage of the Six Paths, said Kakashi, sweating. Sage of the Six Paths, isn't he the one who distributed chakra and taught us ninjutsu, said Sakura as her eyes widened. That means that why you have the eyes of the S-Sage, said Hinata meekly. Sasuke-kun, as cool as always, said Ino, swooning. But those eyes are greater than any other visual powers, said Sandaime in shock too. No way, I refuse to believe there are any eyes greater than the Byakugan, said Neji. And I refuse to believe there are any eyes mightier than the Uchiha Sharingan, said Sasuke. Why are you so stubborn when you are the one wielding the eyes of the sage, said Shikamaru, sweat dropping. Sasuke pondered about this. Damn it, but remember team, I'm the strongest shinobi of the era, Dadabayo, said Naruto. We are here to change the future. Then why can't I be stronger than you, loser, said Sasuke, smirking after recovering quickly from Shikamaru's earlier comment. Now he had something to counter Naruto's overwhelming power. Future Naruto's, by the way. Boys, you have still not achieved your future feat, said Kakashi. Yes, it's too early for you to let this go to your head because, said Shino. But it's impossible, the only one who had those eyes was him, said Jiraiya, mumbling, and interrupted Shino. Are you talking about the war orphan from AIM, said Sandaime. Jiraiya nodded. What's this about, Jiraiya-sama? Asked Kakashi. Nothing, let's move on, said Jiraiya, shaking his head. Kakashi narrowed his eyes but didn't comment. Listen. Treat my movements as a top secret mission that only the top brass knows about, said Sasuke. Not knowing anything hurts, you know, said Naruto. It does, Dadabayo, thought Naruto while keeping his cheerful grin on his face and watched the projection on the cube. He didn't know why the village hates him for about 12 years and lived in the dark. And now that he knows, the villagers feel colder than usual. Sarada should, at least, said Naruto, but was interrupted. Knowing will only create unnecessary anxiety, said Sasuke. She may resent you someday, said Naruto. Even if she does, the future ought to stay bright, am I wrong? Said Sasuke. Jiraiya looked at Sasuke appreciatively. So, my job as a spy master is passed on to you, huh, said Jiraiya, looking at Sasuke. The future, huh, thought Sasuke. He still didn't understand what changed so much for the adult himself. And exactly why was he on so friendly terms with the idiot? Even if it causes your ward to suffer, would you still consider this to be right? Asked Tenten glumly. Even if it is, the village is always more important, it's about time you guys learn about what it means to be a shinobi. We don't need to be right as long as the king's safe, said Hiruzen. There he goes with his who is the king stuff, I never understood it, thought Asuma, sighing. This is also a part of being a shinobi, sacrificing your happiness for village, said Jiraiya, sneaking a look at his godson. She has Sakura, there's nothing to worry about, said Sasuke. You seem to trust her very much, said Kakashi, eye smiling. Ah, youthful moments of life, embrace love and become one with youth by the heat and passion of love, said Guy, disgusting Neji and Tenten with his youthful talks. Sakura blushed and Sasuke still didn't understand why he married her. Well, she has matured though, thought Sasuke, praising the Sakura in the future. Gee, what do you see in this team anyway? Asked Naruto. He is 100 times better than you, loser, said Ino. Yeah, shut up, Aka, said Sakura. For now, definitely not, thought Sasuke, looking at the current Sakura bonking Naruto on his head. For now though, in the future we can't say for sure, maybe I've gotten stronger, said Choji. I can't wait for the future, Dadabeo. I'm the Hokage, said Naruto, grinning, momentarily forgetting that his rival was going to betray his village. Sarada was gloomily sitting on the side looking down on the ground. Chocho was standing behind a rock behind Sarada eating chips. I'm really not good at dealing with stifling situations like this, said Chocho. Then she noticed that chips in her packet was finished. She then opened a new pack of chips. Okay, after I finish eating this, I'm gonna really try talking to her, said Chocho. First try to stop eating, thought everyone. Nanadame slowly walked beside her and rested his hand on her shoulder, making her look up towards him. Naruto knelt down. Sarada, could you at least believe this? Your father is the finest shinobi around, said Naruto. What, why are you admitting this, Dadabeo? Asked Naruto, spluttering. No way, a day came when Naruto actually acknowledged Sasuke. Asked Shikamaru. Sasuke himself was surprised. You grew up, Naruto, said Kakashi, smiling. Even then you can't defeat me, said Naruto. Is that so, scaredy cat? Asked Sasuke, mockingly, reminding Naruto of the time when Sasuke saved him. Shut up, that just happened once, I totally kicked Zabuza's ass after that, said Naruto. You mean sensei did, said Sakura, rolling her eyes. Well, a day came when Naruto and Sasuke kissed, so maybe this is not a surprise, said Kiba. Sasuke and Naruto both blushed. Shut up, mutt, shouted both of them. Boya, said Jiraiya. What is the meaning of this? Didn't know you guys had that kind of relationship, said Kakashi, amused. Stop it, guys, shouted Sakura. It's your fault, Kiba, said Ino as Kiba laughed. Mama, don't worry, as long as you do it at a secluded area nobody will mind, said Kakashi. Kakashi-sensei, shouted both the fangirls. It's your fault, Obe, said Sasuke. Shut up, it's the mutt's fault, said Naruto. Oh, this is an interesting result. Maybe I can include this on my book, said Jiraiya, and pulled out a parchment. Instantly it was pierced by a kunai thrown by Sasuke. Jiraiya, Kakashi, stop polluting their minds, said Hiruzen. The adults looked on, amused. So in the end you two did kiss, said Asuma. It was an accident, shouted both of them, and Naruto was consequently punched by Sakura. That was for stealing Sasuke-kun's first kiss, said Sakura. Oh, this is also youth, said Guy. It is not, said Tenten. Eyes stroking their heat in a passionate moment, how youthful of you two, said Lee. This is getting creepy now, stop it, said Kiba in disgust as he heard Lee. You are the one who started this, Dadabeo, shouted Naruto. Like character, thought Sasuke. Sarada looked down again, not at all happy with Naruto's comment. Chocho looked at them with chips scattered around her mouth. In an unknown place, Shin was kneeling down in front of a black-hooded figure. And instantly all humor was gone, all the adults looked intently at the screen. The atmosphere changed. For the purpose of our goal, let it begin, said the man. He reached for his cloak, revealing his hand. What the hell? Asked Sasuke angrily. Sensei, in his hands, are all of them Sharingan, said Jiraiya. How did he get his hands on them? Snarled the last Uchiha. So he transplanted them, said Hiashi. A revival of Akatsuki, said the man, removing his cloak, revealing his pale skin and his attire. Akatsuki, that cloak matches what Sasuke wore in the photo shown in the future, said Shikaku. So, he is a member of Akatsuki, said Shikamaru. The man slowly turned back, revealing the Sharingan in his head and the Sharingan in his eyes. Yes, said many Shin kneeling down in front of the man. The hell, how did they multiply suddenly, said Tenten. And how creepy is that dude, I mean look at him, he has those freaky eyes everywhere on his body, said Ino. Sasuke glared at her. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you, Sasuke-kun, said Ino defensively. Way to ruin your chance, Ino, thought Ino. Those eyes, without a doubt, are signs of transplantation. Even the ones he has in his eyes are the same, said Kakashi. Yes, but having so many of them will kill him. Not only they drain chakra twice as fast for a non-Uchiha, but we don't even know whether they work when it is attached to an arm, said Jiraiya. If it didn't work then he would not have kept them in his body. But is he an Uchiha? Asked Kakashi. An Uchiha stealing Sharingan of other Uchiha, this bastard doesn't deserve to live, said Sasuke. He might even be a fake, said Asuma. But the toll on his body will without a doubt kill him. Trust me, I know firsthand how difficult it is to have these eyes, said Kakashi. Are you guys not going to ask how that Shin kid suddenly multiplied? Asked Sum. That is also another issue, is he using shadow clones, said Choza. Sasuke slowly rubbed his hand on the part where he stabbed the sword on the wall. He remembered the tears on his daughter's eyes as he went to grab her throat. Yeah, you screwed up, said Kiba. Unyouthful, although such actions were for the sake of the village, I don't approve of such unmanly ways, said Lee. What a cliffhanger, I wanted to know more about the Uchiha weirdo, said Jiraiya. Sasuke turned around and saw Chocho standing behind him. Here, said Chocho and held a packet of chips in front of her. What is it? Asked Sasuke. It's consomme flavor, you can have it, so use it to make up with Sarada, said Chocho. As she is a good friend, said Hinata softly. Sasuke suddenly looked up. He quickly released his trademark Sharingan and sensed some chakra signature. Something's coming. All adults straightened up. Wait, Sarada, said Naruto holding Sarada's arm. Please let me go, if no one will tell me the truth I'll go find that woman with the glasses myself and ask her to her face, said Sarada. Go and talk to Sasuke one more time, said Naruto. You're such a good friend, Naruto, said Choji. Standing on the top of the building behind them was the small creature with the Mangekyo Sharingan. It's the monster with the teleportation jutsu, said Neji. They're coming, said Kakashi and pulled up his headband revealing his Sharingan. It opened a portal from which Shin and the big pale-skinned guy came and threw some projectiles at the duo. Watch out, shouted Sakura. Let's go, Shin, said the man. Yes, father, said Shin. So he is the father, said Inoichi. Father's eyes changed to Mangekyo and he used his powers to guide the projectiles towards them. He has the same power as his son, said Jiraiya. Naruto turned around and suddenly an orange chakra in the shape of tails surrounded them, deflecting the projectiles. Cool, what's that? How did you get that power, said Kiba. Kiba, shut up, we have long established the fact that in the future the Naruto-san we know no longer remains the same. He is not an idiot, said Shino. Thanks, creepy guy. Hey, did you call me an idiot, asked Naruto. I'm Shino, said Shino as a vein popped around his head. Father controlled the blades to stop in midair and continue their charge on the duo. Sarada's knees were shaking in fear. She sweated at the sight of the projectiles incoming towards them. Understandable, she is a child after all, said Kurenai. But a bright flash save drew her attention. Naruto went in his six-path sage mode and a fox's head-shaped chakra surrounded them, blocking the projectile. They stuck in the massive cluster of chakra. How much chakra is concentrated in there? Asked Guy in amazement. It's like a perfect defense, even stronger than the Hyuga's Kaiten, said Jiraiya. Neji clenched his fists tightly, Hiashi didn't comment although he did scowl at the Sannin. How, a failure like him shouldn't be a Hokage. If the Kyuubi is truly sealed in him then he should understand it is his fate to be hated. Fate is cruel. Nobody in the village should have the sense to acknowledge him instead of fearing what's inside him. And yet he has accomplished his dream. He broke his destiny. But how is this possible? I can't accept this, then why did my father have to die like that? Nobody can shape their destiny, I can't be in the wrong, thought Neji as he bit his lips in order to stay calm. Neji thought Lee as he watched his rival having a small mental breakdown. I leave it to you, Sasuke, said Naruto, and suddenly Sasuke appeared in air with his katana drawn. Oh, Sasuke-kun, said Ino, cheering her future husband on. Chen, said Sasuke. Let's see how strong I'm, thought Sasuke. Dad, shouted Sarada as she watched her father going ahead to meet the intruders head on. Father released ample amount of projectiles at Sasuke out of nowhere. But Sasuke tracked all of them with his Sharingan and deflected all of them with his katana. He was met with a hand with a black tattoo on the palm from his blind side, he noticed too late. Sasuke however quickly thrust his katana in father's hand that dodged the blow and caught it with his hand. Naruto frowned as he watched father smirk. Shin appeared from behind father with his giant tri-shaped blade and charged on towards the trapped Sasuke. Oh no, he can't move fast enough, said Choji. Sasuke's right eye revealed his Rinnegan and suddenly Sasuke was switched with Shin and vice versa. What did you do? Asked Asuma. The Rinnegan, is it the power of the sage, said Jiraiya. What was that? Asked Kiba. Time and space jutsu, it lets him manipulate time and space itself, said Kurenai. That's to be expected, said Sasuke, proud of his future's power. Now, he was certain that in his future he had probably killed Itachi as stated. TCH, show off, said Naruto. Sasuke turned around and made a single seal. Fire style. Great fireball jutsu, said Sasuke and released a massive fiery fireball at the father and son duo. Although father didn't turn around fast enough, he used the Mangekyo on his head to pull Shin directly behind him as a shield. Is that his visual prowess? Asked Naruto as they were engulfed by the fire. Sasuke caught his flying katana and landed in Naruto's chakra barrier as the two of the burned Uchiha landed flat down on the ground. Did he use his son as a shield? Asked Tenten in disgust. That's unyouthful no matter how you look at it, said Lee. I agree, said Shikamaru. What a bastard, said Naruto angrily. Dad's amazing, said Sarada, admiring her father's prowess. Yeah, but this is nothing, said Naruto. Really, said Kiba. Man, if only my real dad had piercing eyes and was a make the lady swoon type, yup, said Chocho hiding from a corner. Am I that bad? Asked Choji depressed. Troublesome, leave it Choji, you can't understand girls, especially teenage, said Shikamaru trying to cheer his best friend up. I strongly disagree, said Tenten. Slowly the father got up, smoke rising from his back. I see Sasuke-Uchiha, that's something I definitely want in order to revive the Akatsuki, said father. So Akatsuki had been dealt with, including your brother, huh, said Jiraiya flat out, ignoring Sasuke's deathly glare. Sarutobi looked grim. And this fellow is trying to revive this group, said Shikaku. Akatsuki, who are you? Asked Naruto, surprised. Father smirked. My name is Shin Uchiha, said the man now identified as Shin too. Shin Uchiha, that's the same name as that boy? Asked all of the Konoha 12. Nonsense, he is blatantly lying, said Asuma. But why? Why is he lying? Asked Shikamaru. Ino rolled his eyes. What obligations do you think an enemy has to give out the truth, Shika? Said Ino. Troublesome, I mean, why he will lie in a painfully obvious way. There is nothing he is gaining other than irking them. He surely knows that Sarada knows his son's name through that creature with the Sharingan, said Shikamaru. Maybe he has some loose screws here and there. He looks kinda stupid with all those eyes on his body, said Kiba. I hope that's the case, said Shikamaru. You can speak the truth at leisure after we've captured you, until then shut up, said Sasuke. So cool, said Ino. Who told you to rest? Stand up, said Shin Sr. to Shin Jr. Shin Jr. slowly and shakily got up. Yes, father, said Shin. How dare he treats him like this? Thought Tenten. Are they father and son? He's using his own son as a shield, said Naruto. Sasuke shook of the blood in his katana. Naruto, take care of Sarada, said Sasuke. Sure, as long as she's in here, they can't touch her, said Naruto. It's just like our ultimate defense, said Hiashi. Neji clenched his fists harder. No, it's probably better as he can contain it for a longer period of time. But thought Neji. Be careful and don't let your guard down, said Naruto, warning his friend. Sasuke charged forward, or at least was about to. Shin's eye glowed and the sound of flesh being torn apart was heard. Naruto looked down. Sasuke and Sarada looked at Naruto's gut where Sasuke's sword was now embedded. What? Said Sarada in complete shock. The room felt silent. Nobody said a word and all of the present party looked at Naruto, who considerably paled. Well, nobody knew that Naruto in the future had the power of healing. Naruto, don't worry, this won't happen, said Kakashi and came closer to Naruto and clutched his shoulder. He then pulled the normally hyperactive boy closer to him. Sakura and Sasuke came closer to Naruto as well. Kiba did not say anything to Sasuke, he himself was busy absorbing what just happened. He won't die from that, but I don't think the girl is a medic. The Uchiha can't fight while healing him. This is bad. He can't maintain that protection of chakra anymore, thought Shino, showing a rare face of concern. Hiruzen knew he died because he saw the entire part I, the actual reason he called them was because the next scenes were locked. And it was stated in the cube that certain requirements needed to be fulfilled to see part 2, and that was for the present party to watch this. Why would he let children watch their future when he knew that this might happen? No tea, this is and not, said Hinata as tears fell down her eyes. Kurenai quickly went beside her. Toji, Ino and Lee had covered their mouth in shock. Kiba didn't know exactly what he should say in this situation. Tenten and Neji just watched what was happening, although both of them had clenched fingers. None of the clan heads and Jonin sensei said anything, even Guy. Again, nobody was aware of the fact that the boy had auto-healing. Damn it, thought Shikamaru, and Choji dropped his popcorn. Nobody expected the change in momentum in just one move. Where the hell was I? Thought Jiraiya with a grim expression. Enzo watched on, not knowing the boy personally, so he didn't say anything. The sword slowly started piercing inside Naruto's stomach. Sarada could see the sword sticking out of Nanadame Hokage. Urk, moaned Naruto in pain as he slowly kneeled down on the ground and touched the blade. Kakashi cursed. I need to find that bastard's location at present and kill him, thought Jiraiya. What's going on? Asked Sasuke, worry evident in his voice. This is my visual prowess, well, said Shin Uchiha Sr. and slowly unclenched his right fist. Just as good as yours, huh? Asked Shin Uchiha Sr. revealing a black mark on his palm. Blood dripped down from Naruto's mouth as he glared at the man while trying to remove the katana. He has the same power as his son, said Shibi. The situation is grim, said Inoichi. After I finally become Hokage, is this how I'm going to die? Dadabeo, thought Naruto as he gulped. Kakashi and his team being there for him helped him. This has not happened, thought Naruto. That didn't mean he enjoyed seeing his death. Lord Seven, said Sarada as she crouched down beside him. Don't worry, Sarada. I'm okay, said Naruto. How are you okay, kid? Thought Asuma. He should have been able to dodge that blade with Sage Mode easily, has his prowess dulled in the era of peace, thought Jiraiya. That guy is able to control other people's weapons with his visual prowess, said Naruto. We know that, do something Naruto said Kiba. Shut up Kiba said Shino. Sasuke looked at Shin Sr. That moment thought Sasuke as he recalled the time Shin grabbed his katana in midair. He marked my sword. Thought Sasuke. So that's how he is able to control other people's weapons thought Choza. I would have praised you for this observation, but now's not the time said Tsume. Sasuke didn't say anything. He watched on intently. Hoping for his future self to defeat that Uchiha trash. Sasuke looked up surprised as he watched the barrier getting unstable. Shin seized the chance and used his power to free the projectiles which were stuck on Kyuubi's chakra barrier. Damn it said Kakashi. He launched them at the back of Naruto and Sarada. Sasuke looked back and appeared behind Sarada and took the projectiles on his back. Urk said Sasuke groaning in pain. Dad shouted Sarada looking behind her. Nuo shouted Sakura and Ino. Both tried to reach out for Sasuke, but Ino was stopped by Asuma again. Let me go sensei said Ino trying to free herself from Asuma's grip. Asuma himself remained silent and watched on. Shikamaru clicked his tongue in worry. What the hell? Asked Kiba in worry. He hated the Uchiha for becoming a traitor, but that didn't mean that he wanted Sasuke to die. Especially when he protected Naruto and Sarada. No, naughty too damn this asshole. Why do you keep protecting me team shouted Naruto now a bit compassed. He remembered his fight with Haku and also how Sasuke protected him. Don't worry, they didn't reach his vitals. He still can fight said Tenzo. No he can't anymore those projectiles can also probably restrict his movements said Hiruzen. How unyouthful to attack from behind especially at a child no less said Lee. If what you say is true Hokage-sama, then this unyouthful man is definitely at S-class level. Especially with all those Sharingan on his body said Guy. Is this how I am going to die? Thought Sasuke. But at least I finished Itachi off and the Uchiha clan continued with my daughter. I have fulfilled my dream. This is alright, HN said Sasuke trying to keep his calm even in this situation and horribly failing as Kakashi saw his hands tremble. Instantly Kakashi brought Sasuke closer to him. What if Sasuke became an enemy later? Right now he was Kakashi's student. And nobody complained. All my teammates are dying, where the hell was I? Please someone save them thought Sakura as tears gathered around her eyes and she hugged both of them. Sasuke didn't complain. Naruto continued to watch the future with clenched his fist. Why the hell am I on vacation now? Thought Kakashi. Peace keeps humans from evolving, just like it has with you too, said Shinichihara Sr. Shut up you damn psycho bastard said Kiba. Blood gathered around Sasuke's injured parts as they pierced his body slowly. He's inhibiting my movements with these said Sasuke. I knew it said Sandame Hokage. This is really bad said Shikaku. Many projectiles were gathering around his left hand and went inside his cloak. Those black projectiles were his hands all along said Asuma in surprise. Such precise control said Kurenai. Without evolution, creatures shall eventually perish. So, I'm taking your Sharingan, said Shin Sr. and charged forward as Sarada closed her eyes in fear. Someone stop him shouted Sakura as tears fell down from her eyes. And suddenly spit came out of his mouth as his whole body shook and he was lifted in air. Sakura suddenly had arrived and punched him in his chest hard. Shanroga shouted Sakura as her eyes flared angrily. Blood barfed out of Shinichihara Sr.'s mouth as life was sucked out of his eyes. Mom? Shouted out Sarada in surprise as Naruto and Sasuke looked on. Sakura gritted her teeth and in midair changed the direction of her punch downwards. She fucking slammed the asshole senior to the ground creating a crater just half a second after a whirlwind of dust covered them as the ground exploded outwards. As the dust cleared Shinichihara Jr. lied unconscious due to heavy burns courtesy of Sasuke and Shinichihara Sr. lay haplessly on the crater made by Sakura unconscious, drooling blood from his mouth. What do you think you're doing to my husband and beloved daughter? Asked Sakura angrily clutching her fist. All in all, it was amazing. And everyone in the room agreed. That is why everyone stayed silent. Because their brains tried to register what exactly transpired. Sakura stopped crying. 3 seconds passed. Everyone looked at Sakura who herself blinked in shock. Jiraiya's hands inched towards his torso reflexively where Tsunade punched him senseless. Just in one punch said Jiraiya feeling Shin Sr.'s pain. Holy shit shouted Kiba. Damn girl that was awesome, said Tsuma praising the future fangirl who definitely was no longer one. So you really became her disciple said Tenten amazed at her strength. Awesome, Sakura-chan said Naruto with stars in his eyes. This is bad. I need to stop acting stupid in front of her. Otherwise, she will destroy me Dadabeo thought Naruto on the inside however. HN said Sasuke approving Sakura's strength in future. Maybe future Sakura was worth it, no she was awesome. She is definitely worth as a partner. I did that said Sakura in surprise. Such youthful punch you delivered, Sakura-san, said Guy. This is the power of your youth, Sakura-san, to take down a shinobi of such strength just in one punch. I must train harder to achieve that strength, said Lee with fire in his eyes. Impressive, as expected of someone who was trained by a legendary Sannin, said Shino. Shibi nodded. Hiruzen smiled at Sakura. Kakashi I smiled. This must have taken considerable amount of chakra control, not even I could hope to do this, is she really that talented, thought Kurenai in shock. Troublesome, I knew she was troublesome, but apparently she will become more troublesome, said Shikamaru sighing. No way, said Ino. Ah, take that, Ino pig. This is why Sasuke-kun chose me, right? Asked Sakura with stars in her eyes as she managed to recover quickly. Sasuke again, I twitched in annoyance. Well, I'm sure I'm stronger than you, and who likes a girl who has the strength of a gorilla anyway, said Ino. Well, better than your ugly pig figure, I guess, said Sakura. Huh, says the one with the ugly forehead, said Ino retorting back. Ino pig, said Sakura, butting heads with Ino. Forehead girl, said Ino striking back as sparks flew between them. Everyone's sweat dropped. Way to ruin an awesome moment, I guess, said Asuma. She still has a long way to go, said Tenzo. The very long way, my girl too, I guess, said Inoichi, seeing her daughter and her rival blatantly oblivious to the conversation around them. Ma, that is why it is the future, said Kakashi. How did she become this powerful in the future? Scratch that, why did I marry her anyway? But still, I haven't seen anyone outside my clan show such strength, said Choji in amazement. That really was something, Sakura-san, unlike me you are actually strong, said Hinata quietly, so nobody except her team heard her. How is it possible for a civilian-born fangirl to show such strength? She became the top Kunoichi only because of her grades. I thought she was just a dead weight, but why? Thought Niji silently looking down on the ground. Damn, I'm so jealous, thought Tenten. Alright, calm down girls, said Hiruzen, instantly stopping the now embarrassed girls. So who the hell are these guys? Asked Sakura looking at her former team members. Asking that after finishing them, you really are going to become Tsunade version 2, said Jiraiya grimacing at Sakura. We're about to figure it out, what are you doing here too? Asked Sasuke removing the projectile stuck in his body. Naruto stood up with a katana in his gut. I'm here too, you know, said Naruto. Some things never change, I guess, said Kakashi smiling at his cute little genins. Despite everything that happened, everyone was now relaxed. Hey, I know this is a great moment and all, but with that katana in his gut, shouldn't he die soon enough, said Shikamaru. Oh no, we completely forgot about that. How unyouthful, said Lee. Heal him girl, said Tenten. Why yeah, said Sakura. What the heck are these people? Asked Sarada as Sakura walked towards them. That's what we would like to know, said Kiba. Are you okay, Naruto? Asked Sakura smiling. Yeah, like he has a katana stuck in his gut, of course he is okay, right, said Jiraiya sarcastically. Yeah, said Naruto and slowly pulled the katana out of his body. I'll heal up soon enough, said Naruto. Huh? For real? Thought Sarada shocked. Oh, okay, said Jiraiya sheepishly. Then why the hell were we so worried, asked Shikaku. Wait, you can heal automatically too, said Asuma incredulously. The Kyuubi, I should have known, thought Kakashi sighing. Sasuke had a smirk on his face, and Sakura smiled. I want that kind of powers too, said Kiba whining, but was stopped from a glare from Shino. As Naruto said, his injuries were healing. The surroundings changed and the Kyuubi was now behind Naruto. Everyone in the room stiffened. Why the hell I am helping this brat future me? Thought Kurama in the present. The Kyuubi, said Hiashi. Kurama folded his arms and looked at Naruto. So much fuss over something like this. Your battle senses have dulled. So sad, said Kurama. I knew it, that's why you weren't able to dodge the blade, Jano, said Jiraiya. Huh, what you pervert, said Naruto. Stop calling me a pervert, damn brat, said Jiraiya annoyed at his godson. Akmon, said Naruto scratching his cheek. I still can't believe that raging monster is now your friend, said Kurenai. Don't worry, you are not the only one, Kurenai, said Tsume. Guess I'm that awesome, said Naruto. HN, don't let it go over your head, said Sasuke. He is right, Naruto, you are such a dork, you are easily influenced, said Sakura. Really though, that was his power toned down. Exactly how strong is this team, thought Shikamaru as he watched Team 7 chatting together. However, it's over, said Naruto looking at the fallen Shinichia. His chakra hand emerged and surged forward, splitting in two and grabbing both of them. Sakura then looked around and smiled at Sasuke. Oh yeah, this is your first time meeting in years, said Jiraiya. What are you going to him? Asked Tenten. Sakura blushed and looked at Sasuke, who ignored her and looked at the screen. She walked forward and past Sasuke and went toward Sarada, who looked down in fear and shame. Then no way, you are going to ignore Sasuke-kun, said Ino. But why? Asked Sakura surprised. Others smiled however. Sasuke himself had a small smile in his face. Sasuke Uchiha, who never smiled, clearly he preferred the adult version of Sakura. She has matured well, thought Kakashi. However, Sakura hugged Sarada, surprising her. Thank goodness, you're okay, said Sakura, smiling. The mother first, huh, said Tenten. Yeah, I guess, said Sakura, smiling. Even then, don't ignore Sasuke-kun, said Ino, huffing, but had a smile on her face. Said Sarada, surprised. Sasuke looked at them as Sakura released the hug and rubbed her head gently before turning around and coming towards him. That was a lovely moment, said Hinata, smiling. Teammate nodded. Sakura stopped behind Sasuke. I'm sorry, I thought I'd made things clear to Sarada, but, said Sakura, apologizing as Sarada hugged herself and looked on. No, it's my fault, you don't need to apologize. But I've said, Sasuke, as Sarada looked a bit sown again. Aw, said almost all of the Kunoichi. Heh, looks like even the most stoic of people can show emotion like love after all, said Shikamaru. Sakura was blushing as Ino looked on in jealousy. Choji, like a smart man this time, moved towards Asuma. HN, said Sasuke. What's that supposed to mean? And stop flirting in front of me, damn it, shouted Naruto at the screen, accusing the adult Sasuke and adult Sasuke. Kiba didn't comment and only narrowed his eyes on the adult Sasuke. Sarada slowly stepped back, not noticing. Be careful, said Sakura. Damn it, isn't it the creature with the Mangekyo, said Sasuke. Naruto pulled them closer with his chakra hand. Shin's eye moved a bit. Tocho, who was still hiding, narrowed her eyes. Again, damn it, said Asuma. And this time it's the child, said Kurenai. Sarada shouted Chocho as her eyes bulged open. Said Sarada as the creature had appeared beside her. It opened his eyes and used his jutsu. The black vortex was formed and everything was being pulled closer to it. Naruto's chakra arms were torn off, freeing both the Shinichi. Naruto quickly noticed the jutsu as well. I'm taking you along as well, said the creature, engulfing Sarada as she was closer to the teleportation jutsu. No, not again, said Sakura. What's going on? Asked Sarada, surprised as she looked around, unable to free herself. Sarada shouted Sakura and jumped in the vortex while pushing Sarada away. No, Sakura-chan, said Naruto. Forehead girl, why did you do that? Said Ino in worry. But Sarada is okay, said Sakura, obviously worried. And now her as well, leave my team alone, bastard, said Kakashi, enraged. Transportation, said Sasuke, surprised. Mom, shouted Sarada and reached for Sakura's hand. Reach her, said Hinata without stuttering in worry. Sakura extended her arm towards her daughter as well. Their hands were about to meet as they struggled harder. It was inches away from meeting. Yes, come on, said Choji. But at that moment the portal disappeared. Mom, shouted Sarada as it completely closed off. Damn it, shouted Naruto. Sasuke punched the ground hard. Jiraiya-sama, can you please locate this guy after everything is over? I guess he is around, Orochimaru, said Kakashi. Okay, but you are worrying too much, said Jiraiya. Huh, what are you talking about, you pervert? Sakura-chan was kidnapped, Adebayo, said Naruto angrily. He is right, said Kiba. Our friend is in danger, what do you mean to not worry, said Shikamaru. Yes, this is not something a youthful person will do, said Lee. Don't turn on me, said Jiraiya. Sakura herself was quite nervous. I mean, she is Tsunade's apprentice, you know. There is no way she will kick the bucket just like that, Jano, said Jiraiya, scratching his hair. Yes, after all she has that jutsu to rely on if she is truly in danger, said Tenten. What are you talking about, Tenten? Asked Niji. Genins, let's calm down and watch what's going on. We are quite pissed about this too. That asshole attacked our future Hokage and 2 Konoha shinobis, he also attacked 2 civilians, said Tsume, and the rest of the clan heads agreed. Both of them were heirs of a clan. We are very much displeased about this. But let's see what happens. Jiraiya-sama is right, said Choza. The portal opened in another dimension, in a medical ward. Sakura arrived there looking confused. However, she was quickly surrounded by an armed army of Shinichihara Jr. Shinichihara Sr. looked on smugly sitting on a bed, too injured to stand. Cold sweat dropped down her face, and Sakura smiled. Looks like I'm right in the heart of the enemy territory, huh? Asked Sakura. And the video ended, said Hiruzen. Damn it all, said Kakashi. Sakura gulped fearfully, almost afraid to watch the next part. Damn it, please be safe, Sakura thought, Ino clicking her teeth in frustration. What if Konoha 12 watches Naruto vs Pain? And thanks for watching my video till the end. If you enjoy this content, then do consider subscribing to my channel and leave a like if you guys need the next part, comment down, and thanks for watching the video and see you guys in the next video.